Get the show on the road.
Cool. 15 people for the BB tags, huh? Pretty cool.
Yeah, I tried poking at Chief to be like, you can make the 16, but he's not feeling BB tag tonight.
Dang. Yeah, I'm here to test. I have a little experiment I'm gonna run for at least a couple more weeks, maybe permanent. I'm testing something out.
Hey Atkins,
What up?
you didn't check in.
Oh my god! All right.
Is this the second coming of Blood Edge Saya?
No. This is Kraken Atkins.
Okay.
Can I just say, I still hate that name with a passion.
Me too.
Good. You should. You should feel that way.
Got here. Where is it? There we go. You got it.
Motherfucker.
That's my check-in.
It works. It works. I can't fault you for that. I actually cannot fault you for that because that is a legitimate method.
Yes.
It's someone coming in, say hi.
Yeah.
I mean, it's basically if you just walked into, the esports arena.
No, see, you need the bag though. Usually it's the bag.
Oh, true.
All your stuff, yeah. All right. So it looks like everybody's here. Gonna refresh one more time to see if any last-minute entrants. No. Okay, yeah.
Somehow Guzman signed up twice.
No way.
No, just kidding. just to sign up late.
I'd be impressed. All right.
A mini heart attack.
All right. So, yeah, bracket should be good to go. Are we good to go with the stream?
Yeah, I'm just
already live.
Yeah, we've been live. I'm just letting the music play out.
Oh, okay.
So
would have been good to know, but anyways, so guess we'll get it started then. Hello, everybody. Welcome once again to another edition of Wednesday Night Fights Online Edition. Currently on episode 4, and tonight we will be running on PlayStation 4. Joining me tonight is, of course, E30, as always, and the wonderful Kraken Atkins on the mic. How you both doing tonight?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm hydrated. I'm ready to go on a Wednesday night, watch some BB Tag. And yeah, we're just coming off of like a crazy week of BB Tag, but the action doesn't stop, so. But yeah, feeling good, feeling all right. How you feeling, E30?
Doing all right, another lovely Sunday.
Sunday?
Yeah, another lovely Sunday here at Wednesday Night Fights, folks.
It's one of those nights already, isn't it?
Wow. Okay.
Wednesday, or as I like to call it, Sunday.
Yeah, I'm all over the place. Yeah, another lovely Wednesday. Love to be here. This is my weekly reminder, and basically my personal dementia clock at this point.
True.
But yeah, feeling good, feeling all right. I'm excited. 15 people in the bracket tonight. Pretty sizable one. I am glad that we are getting a good handful of folks that are coming by to participate tonight. I know, especially like earlier this year, it was a little bit on the lower end of numbers, but this is a pretty healthy sized bracket. Like, I'd say this is more than our average, I guess.
Yeah, I'd be 100% inclined to agree.
Absolutely, yeah.
Anytime we get over double digits is always cool, and anytime the prefix ends with a teen, that's even better. So sitting at 15, almost a 16-person flat bracket is very, very nice.
Definitely. I was considering joining, but I mean, we've got enough people already, and also, I don't know. You wouldn't see a similar performance tonight as I did last time, unfortunately.
I feel it.
Yeah, work's been hell lately. but still pretty sizable, and excited to see what goes on tonight. And as you can probably see, judging by the people who entered the lobby, first up we will be having Caterade and Energizer.
Very cool. Excited to see these two go at it. Have become a bit of WNF regulars as of late. And yeah, Energizer has been a very exciting person to watch here at WNF. I'm really waiting for them to have their big break, and I think they are too, because definitely like a solid player, right? We have seen them pull off so many antics with Makoto Lene, and really kind of push this team and kind of show that what it's made of. It's just like in terms of how the brackets have been going, things haven't been going quite their favor yet, but it's been solid showings. So this would be cool if it could be their moment here going up against Caterade, but I mean, Caterade is definitely no slouch in terms of an opponent. Caterade is quite strong with this. It looks like they're maybe locking in Katsuki Naoto for now. I mean, the last PS4 WNF, I think it was, we saw their Azrael, which was like quite the treat. And they have Labyrinth as well, but no matter what they pull out, definitely strong player with some crazy rush down and offense.
Absolutely, yeah. Both players definitely known for their distinct play styles, and also their distinct teams. So really excited to see how things go on between them. And I think with that we should be good to go. No objections?
Already on this end.
Okay. All right. I'll just let them know that they can start.
Gatorade has readied up. And
there we go.
Guys are shortly to follow. All right.
Get ready.
Yeah, we are here. WNF episode 4. We got Makoto on the screen, rare sight. Lene on the screen, also rare sight. Makoto and Lene on the screen together, Energizer sight. There's no other way you're gonna see that on the screen. Going up against Caterade for our round 1.
And the question is, will they keep going and going and going through this bracket? Well, we'll have to find out.
Whoever these guys are.
Man, why isn't... Yeah, he almost has the full reference there. If Makoto was a rabbit instead of a squirrel. It's like the same thing. You're right. Game 1.
It's the best we can get right now. Anyway, so game 1. Caterade having a decently strong start. Pulling out the cross combo, making sure you got that Naoto assist there. What can you do against that?
Yeah, threatening the unblockable there. Smart on Energizer to not push block. Caterade is trying to call him out with the throw, and now Energizer's definitely able to get something started. Interesting Oki option. Caterade just DT for it.
I feel like that wasn't intended, but whatever it was, it definitely led to something terrible for Energizer. Going to be losing Makoto for that.
Yeah, and I'm inclined to agree with you, considering there was a gap in between where he called an assist. Sometimes, and I'm notorious for doing this, you call a panic assist when you make a bad decision. And so with that gap there being a DP and just conversion off of it, I'm led to believe that OT wasn't intentional as well, but definitely kind of feeling the wrath effects of that missed input, and Caterade just taking full advantage of it, snowballing all the way into the finish of that game 1.
Pretty much ever since that flubbed Oki situation, that was just Caterade's, game to win, essentially. Constantly keeping up that damage. Really kind of, noticed that Energizer was panicking and, just baited out that DP and then got the kill on an A shortly afterwards.
Yeah, and I mean, Caterade is one of those ones, man. It's just one of those players that you give him an inch, he'll definitely take a mile. Especially if you're not familiar with his playstyle or haven't fought him before. He definitely has multiple Oki situations lapped out with this comp, and is super comfortable on Kurogane, and those side swaps and everything is those side swaps, they get everybody the first time. And it's just they'll get you the second time, the third time, but even when you start reacting, he has other layers to his Oki that makes it so threatening.
Just going for the round start beat Tatsu. Wow, no fear at all. Okay, so, just sort of still navigating through this, gets him in the sandwich situation, gets the low. Burst, called it, but unfortunately super jumped and didn't hit his block, so wasn't able to get down to punish in time.
Yeah, not quite, regardless. They're trying to get something started here. Just can't seem to get off of the defensive. Even when they do find a hit, unfortunately, like the Oki and everything is not there, and this is definitely going to be a punish delay. He could have like made a cup of coffee and still had time to punish her. She was moving.
That's Linne DP for you. And yeah, just gets the overhead shortly after. Gonna have enough time to DHC because of that super, and yeah, Linne is going to be going down. Yeah, it's pretty much a similar situation to what we saw last time. You know, characters down to about, I want to say 60%, and both Caterades are still relatively healthy in comparison.
Yeah, very true. Caterade definitely at a point where they don't have to take too much risk, just kind of find their spot, and this could be it right there. You know, Energizer did not have push block available. They had to hold that unblockable, but a drop combo, resistance activation could be in trouble.
All right, gonna just cash out the damage. About 9k? Oh, 9.8. Wow, that last hit does a lot more than I think it does.
Yeah, Makoto and Resonance, if she's in the right circumstances, especially if she has like more than 5 bar, her damage output could actually become like a meme. Like, it could be really, really good.
Unfortunately, with the anti-air from Energizer, we're not going to be seeing any more of that. Caterade punishing accordingly and taking game 2.
Yeah, Caterade looking solid here. It's a bit unfortunate just for Energizer, man. We're seeing some points where Energizer is able to like land some hits or get something started, but it just seems to be some type of point where they're not able to like keep that momentum. Whereas on the other end, when like Caterade gets their momentum, they're riding it out to the very end. So it's gonna be on Energizer to really just a few things, you know, kind of figure out how they're going to keep that momentum when they're able to grab it, but also find some ways out of like Caterade's momentum or a way to stop that.
Absolutely, yeah. And really, as you said before, like Caterade, like once he gets that, it's just like it's really hard to stop him, especially whenever he puts you in sandwich situations like what we've been seeing. It's just like, you know, the unblockables, the damage output that this team has, especially, and we'll see if Energizer can stop that. I mean, getting the round start's pretty good too. Getting some decent damage and forcing this situation to happen.
Absolutely.
How did he block that?
I was looking at that too. I saw Kurogane's low. I was looking at it, but I thought I may have missed it. But since you commented on it, I think we both saw what we think we saw. What was that?
I saw the unblockable, but Makoto didn't move down the block.
Yeah, we're gonna have to clip that because like that didn't visually make any sense.
Anyways, so just barely saving Linne from that situation, and fortunately not going the same way as the other 2 games. You know, he still has a character on deck, but the question is for how long, quite honestly. This is not looking great.
Exactly, you know, although they're playing the 2v2 better, they're still at a deficit. So just trying to find that big hit that can kind of turn the tides. Caterade. Yeah, not taking too big of a risk. Nice throw tech on the side of Energizer. What a 2B. Okay, yeah, and another thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say the active switch.
Yeah, Caterade has been like definitely winning the assist game. Like, there's way more cross combo situation than assist calls in the case of Caterade as opposed to Energizer, but that might be changing right now. Oh, he might be dead.
Staple, yeah. Prop. Oh no, didn't get. I feel like if he got a couple more hits in during that Linne super, he would have been able to kill. But unfortunate. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Got saved by the Akatsuki projectile. If that didn't hit Linne, she would be dead right now.
Yeah, living on a prayer. And it's actually playing this I was gonna say fairly well, despite being on a life deficit for so long. But the Linne is gone, and Makoto is shortly to follow just after. Commentators, because we can't escape from crossing fate no matter what we do. And Caterade takes that 3-0.
First set, we've already got commentators' curses.
It's impossible to avoid. No matter how hard we try, commentators' curse is always there.
Yep. Unfortunately, that's how it be. Oh man, but yeah, good stuff to both players. Yeah, Caterade really showing, and yeah, it was definitely dominance, I would say, for the vast majority of that set. Just really keeping Energizer on the defensive throughout, and yeah, Energizer didn't seem like he was able to get much momentum back, unfortunately.
Right on. Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with you. Fortunately for Energizer, this isn't the end. That's a tough round one opponent to have there, so they'll be able to run it back within the losers bracket, hoping to see them make their way back up here. And yeah, exciting opener that we had here for episode 4 of WNF Online. Hope y'all are enjoying yourselves. As per usual, after the first match, we let everybody get settled in. We let everybody get in here. We have our pre-talk banter, then we get our first match underway, and then we're like, oh, okay, we're out with the action. And then, we got to hit you with. You already know what time it is. We got to hit you with the Match Reno show. All right. So we do have a Match Reno for this tournament. You use that code WNF letter O21_4 BBTAG for the free 50-cent donation. The link is in the chat and the code is in the chat right now. You hit that nice light blue button in the top right, sign in through a multitude of ways. Copy and paste that code. Control-C and Control-V will save your life in this situation, so you don't got to type that out. And a free 50-cent will be donated, and we would much appreciate it. You can check out the site. There's plenty of sponsor quests of people that you can follow and retweet that'll also donate free money to the pot. And if you're feeling generous, you can do a direct donation. We would much appreciate that. I know the players would. I would. Cheap would. E30 would. Level Up. Everybody. But you can make even more people appreciate that donation if you want to check out the marketplace and support some of these awesome items that we have for sale. Courtesy, some of it of Chitin Books, always hooking us up with the latest and greatest manga in the land. We got the Shed That Skin Reek Saki-san series, Loner Life and Another World series, Gotcha Girl Core, My Dad's Queen of all VTubers, Who's a Maid? Our Maid is Way Too Annoying. And yeah, there's even some charms for sale, some merch courtesy of Girls Frontline, Quintessential Quintuplets, Azure Lane, Fate Go, and Princess Connect, which I'm excited to say is still a garbage game. I did 2 freaking 10 pulls today and got no SRs, but I could have just paid, this fee over here, get some guaranteed characters that I love. Pegarin is all right. So maybe you should do the same. But, before you even make that decision in the marketplace, be sure to use that code WNF letter O21_4 BBTAG for the free 50-cent donation.
Say you're definitely hit with the gotcha bug, let me tell you.
Bruh. Connor tried to give me the tech. He was like, dude, you know why your pools are trash? You don't stream your pools. And I'm like, you know what? Bet. I'm going to grind all morning, try to get me enough for like 2 pools. I'm going to ping you and the others, and we're going to stream these pools. I'm going to do 2 10 pools on Princess Connect. And you guys will get to either, witness my suffering or your theory will be proven. Needless to say, he got to witness my suffering.
Funny how it's like you give people luck, but unfortunately you don't receive any of that yourself.
It's what I hate. It's a gift and a curse, No,
I know how that feels because I'm the same way. I've done that to people, but lately, Azure Lane especially, my pulls have been garbage.
Dang. I mean, you have A2 instead of Alice, so I don't feel bad for you, but the next time this happens for you, I'll feel bad for you.
Well, I mean, I don't play, Alice anymore. Literally, like...
Okay, the next time it happens to you, I'm not going to feel bad for you again, because you don't have to remind me of that fact.
Well, okay, but... I mean, you reminded me of the fact that I had her, and I was like, oh yeah, that game.
Oh, understandable. Is the Bremerton thing out in Azure Lane?
Going to be after maintenance tonight.
I see.
So technically tomorrow. Also, where is Jay Gotcha? I pinged them to be on stream.
Man, who knows? But is that the no, I can talk. The next match, Jay Gotcha versus Josuke. I don't know what I said either.
I have no idea what you said. Could you repeat that, buddy?
Is that the next match, Jay Gotcha versus Josuke?
Yes, that is correct.
Nice.
All right, let's see. Greer and Guzman played. Result was 3-1 Guzman's favor, and Rox played against Legion Pause, taking it 3-0 for Rox. That wasn't clear already. All right, so yeah, we have our players lined up. I believe we're ready on commentator's part. So,
yep.
All right, should be good to go if both players are good. Yes, no, maybe so.
I don't know. They're both kind of half committing, but it's okay.
Okay, then they full committed. Okay.
All right, we're Lord Joseph Dong versus Jay Gotcha Beezy, Jason Gotcha Beezless. Hyde mirrors. Of course, Josuke Ragna Hyde since the beginning, right? And Jay Gotcha Beezy, Ruby Hyde for a long time. Sometime going to some other characters, but this is the main squeeze. I'm interested to see these two play. They may have played in the past, but it may have been a minute. And since that last time that they have played, you know, Jay Gotcha Beezy has definitely been a long time. You know, it's almost coming up on like years that people have been entering online WNFs, but you know, enough of that. Game one, I don't want to get too sappy.
Okay, so Josuke getting some damage off. It doesn't seem like, both players are really committing too hard right now, both choosing to play the assist game. Let Hyde do the talking, essentially.
Absolutely, yeah, Jay Gotcha forced to burst in this Hyde right now. You can see Josuke's playstyle. He's just like keeping it very simple, approaching and blocking, you know, dash blocking, calling assist behind. Nothing too crazy. Very nice throw break. It's gonna be up to Jay Gotcha Beezy to figure out how to break this kind of safe playstyle of a Josuke.
Absolutely, and all right, that is a start, getting the throw counter and punishing the burst with the fist, but unfortunately not able to follow up. But yeah, just really, it's just like both players aren't committing too much. Gets the active swap, the side switch. No super long conversion off of that, but then gets the throw afterwards. It's gonna be a burst. Yeah, baits the burst. Unfortunate. Oh, that's definitely, he wanted Buzzsaw. I know for a fact he wanted Buzzsaw in that situation, but unfortunately it was on the ground for that.
Yeah, look at the price that had to be paid. Ruby is so low. Ragnar just got a ton of health back. Like, what was starting to be like a nice snowball for Jay Gotcha Beezy is just turning into a downfall.
Yeah, it got a burst, and unfortunately, you're losing Ruby for that.
Not the best of Jay Gotcha Beezy, but
oh my god!
Grim? What a starter!
They both did the same. I just love that they both did the same exact thing. Jump forward, same air move. Just Jay Gotcha was just a little bit faster.
Yes, and part of the hive mind. It's the hive mind.
Oh my god! I hate it and love it at the same time. And unfortunately, with that DP,
sorry, but I don't have any.
Oh, yeah. Not going to end well for Jay Gotcha on that round. Josuke taking it.
Yeah, tough break, man. Jay Gotcha was really piling things on in terms of the mix-ups, and you know, there was some excellent calls. You know, he had that TRM call on Josuke trying to push block the Ruby assist. He got the active swap and then the low on the Oki. Like, everything was there besides the combos, and then from there he just couldn't seem to pick up the pieces.
Get ready.
Yeah, it was really unfortunate that, yeah, just so many drops. Yeah, you're right. So many drops from Jay. Really could have at least, not guaranteed kill, but gotten very close to killing Ragnar, I feel. Unless, like, I'm misremembering how much meter he had. But yeah, it was just a really bad opportunity that he dropped, and cost him, ultimately, the game from that. So hopefully we can see some more solidarity and more just like able to pick up more off these hits that he's getting.
Here we go, calling that high to IP. Oh wow, trying to see if Josuke, I like it. I'm liking the pressure game here, even though it's not working, because Beezy has two specialties. It's the Beezy Buzzsaw and the Beezy Tick Throw. He was really staggering those Ruby lows, and maybe he knows about my Beezy Tick Throw.
Maybe. But yeah, going off to a good start so far. Gets him with the low and the assist. Active swap. Yeah, pulled out the burst, but unfortunately not quick enough to punish.
Oh my gosh. I like the idea in theory, knowing that 2B was coming to meet him and trying to get away from it with the jump C. Just, you know, wasn't expecting to get punished by that side B there from Josuke.
As you said, it's the hide mind.
Yes.
I mean, of course he knows what Hyde's going to do in that situation. He plays his character. And look at this, getting some good pick as soon as I say that.
Such a heartbreaker, just no buzzsaw in sight. I like the DP. No
Oh!
He's been playing here for too long. He knows. He knows.
Does he though? I still get him with that.
Well, he knows sometimes.
Okay.
That's how you do.
Well, in any case, Josuke getting some damage off with Hyde, about 8k approximately. But I mean, really, if you're blocking this character, you're essentially getting hit in resonance.
But J-Gotcha's been doing a good job of either running away or keeping Josuke in block step. We haven't really been able to see any of that resonance pay off there for Josuke.
Oh, that's not good. I feel like Josuke could have been able to kill at least Ruby off of that. Almost could have been able to kill off that if he was just a little bit closer with that DP. But unfortunately for Jay, only getting hit once with that's dead. Absolutely.
I like it. Keep it nice and simple. Just go straight into the super off the 5 BBT. And Josuke Jay. They both start with a J and they both play a hide. What do you want me to do, man? Jay got you busy. Getting their first game on the board, firing back. But no, I like that. You know, the biggest factor of the game one was truly dropped combos and Jay Gotchabeezy's mental of like taking some risk there, possibly due to tilt because of those drop combos. Saying, man, I was so close, but cleaning it up in the game too. There, you know, I like that. You know, especially with the 2v1. You know, using those resources to keep Josuke locked down, not really letting him use the entirety of that resonance, and then sealing it out. That's solid stuff.
You got a problem with that?
Absolutely, yeah. Just we had some more of that stability with the combos. I mean, there were still a couple of like really big drops from Jay Gotcha's side, but ultimately, yeah, was able to get those stabilized and get enough off to secure the win. So hopefully we see more progress in that field from Jay Gotcha.
Alright, well, the game 3 is afoot. Jay Gotchabeezy really starting to dictate the pace of the neutral game here. The hide assist, flying around these Ruby buttons, starting to catch up to Josuke.
Absolutely, yeah, and we've been seeing these round starts really pay off for Jay Gotcha, like just dictating the momentum. And as you said, yeah, just making use of the hide assist to really cover the space, along with the Ruby teleports.
Oh, this is big. Force sandwich. Josuke still has one more push block available. He gets out of the sandwich. I think he might have been expecting a push block from Josuke. Oh, why are we spending it? You've come so far, Jay Gotchabeezy. Hadn't gotten hit for the entirety of the set. Goes for a big gamble, almost evening it up.
I feel like Jay was trying to hit confirm that and just immediately was like, oh, okay, the hit hit something. I'm gonna immediately do it. I feel like that's what happened because I don't see any other reason why Jay went for that super.
But he's not too deterred. He's really trying to pick some stuff up. There's some drop combos here and there, but oh boy, this could be dangerous.
It's not dead because of the meter game. Look at the meter game so far. Still only at just below 2. Unfortunately, what happened?
Things won't stop happening. Going to the corner, Josuke. That Ragna, he's been getting so much help. For what reason? Because he's Ragna the Blooded. We're back in the green, baby. Oh. Oh, that was crazy. He spent the second and 5P to make contact there. BZ Buzzsaw, we're in Rampage time. Everything is happening here. He fell forward for like 2 seconds before going for the throw. Just neither side can really find a way to kill a character. BZ Buzzsaw! It's not a kill, but it is definitely a start, as you said. Okay, but this is the problem character. Ragnar the Blooded, level 4 Residence, where are we going?
Got a hit, gets the other hit, and what are you doing? Why? He's only got one character. He can't burst out of this. Oh no,
bro.
Look, all I'm saying is this is one-on-one situation. One hit is going to dictate who wins. The clash paying off for BZ and just barely able to get the confirm and then get the kill afterwards.
Thank you, hide jump B.
BZ is incredibly lucky that move is 2 hits instead of 1 because otherwise I was predicting a Ragna 5BB connect.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what was in store for BZ there. He needs to thank French Bread for making that 2 hits in Uni and having it being transported over to this game. You know, that was Man, there was an angel smiling upon BZ for that game because my heart was broken. Maybe I sent some prayers up in the sky, some commentators influenced there, and they were answered because I did not want to see that game go down the way that it was.
Not at all. If you're scared, you can just stand back and watch.
But
Well, I will say, yeah, Jay Gotcha needs to find more stability with these combos. And yeah, that's really been the thing that's I guess has been his biggest weakness in this set so far.
absolutely, especially against characters like Hyde and Ragna and a player like Josuke, whose fundamentals are so solid. You know, the life skill for Ragna is always a factor. You don't want to give them a chance to really do stuff like this.
Absolutely, and you look how low Ruby is already. I don't know about actually calling her out at this point, because really, if Ragna even clips her with that foot of his, she's going down.
Try for a sandwich. Perfect navigation. Jump in, jump out, eat my jump B. Hey!
Very good 4P. Unfortunately, not able to find anything afterwards, but I mean, you know, still just, finding some footing here. And God, look how much shit damage he's taken with Hyde.
Yeah, Josuke's been really focusing on just making BZ block and getting that chip damage up. You know, he's only hit Hyde just a couple times. Oh gosh.
Unfortunately, wasn't able to jump over, and that is going to be a dead Hyde, unfortunately. And yeah, BZ down to just Ruby at around, I want to say, 7k health tops. So really one hit is all it's gonna take. Yeah, Josuke looking pretty good, pretty solid with both his characters. Just, you know, pulling in Hyde just to cover the ground, make sure, hey, I'm gonna keep you in the air and get that BZ buzzsaw out of my face. I'm having none of that today. Cross combo activation, is this gonna be enough? Yeah, oh,
No.
what? He could have killed.
Lord host of Dong things, man.
Is this BM?
He doesn't want to play Grand Blue.
This looks like BM.
It does to me.
I don't know how I feel about this. I'm hoping it backfires, but it's gonna be a long shot for Jay, but I'm hoping it backfires, and I'm rooting for Jay right now, because just what are you doing? Wait, hold on. Question. Rampage time's activated. You think he's trying to get the meter saved with Phone Steal?
No way, man. He would have to say Ragnar right now. And then he would have to, like, you know, purposely not do anything threatening until he gets the 2 bars, tag Ragnar back in, and then go for it.
Ragnar? No? Oh? Easy?
I don't know what's happening.
I have no idea either.
I honestly don't know what's happening at this point.
Look, all I'm saying is BZ's able to somehow land these BZ buzzsaw. Trying to predict the burst. Is BZ doing this?
What is happening, yo? The throw attack. That's a counter hit. That's a conversion. Josuke. How you just been playing for your food for far too long, amigo? What's gonna be the wake up?
No.
Nothing. Wait, Ruby Rose! Oh, that's Josuke! Go back to kindergarten, amigo. That's the only place where you're allowed to play with your food, not in a fighting game tournament. What are you doing? Jay got your busy. Taking it 3-1 over Josuke.
All I can say is...
Oh my god.
All I can say, deserve. 100% deserved. The BM was real. I'm just gonna hang back. You know, why do I have to approach? You've got to approach. Nah, I got no reason. I'm just gonna camp over here in my little corner. And Jay got just was the bear that invaded. You know, smelled something good. What you got cooking there? I want some of that. Give me your life. Give me all the life. And just taking it. That metaphor went on too long. Okay.
I had wonderful imagery with it though. but man,
yeah.
Jay got your busy pulling through. That's a man. It was pretty intentional. Josuke had the 2 bars and spin it on the hide EX move and then like just didn't go into super and ended there. But that's also like something about Josuke in the 2v1s that we just know quite a bit about him from playing him, is that he will he forces you to commit. He forces you to commit in the 2v1 because he's very confident in his defense and reactions. He's not going to let any fake stuff kind of get through there. But BZ powering through regardless, finding those openings, some great Ruby buttons and callouts, and making that comeback.
Yeah.
What a game.
Very, very solid comeback from Jay Gotcha. Yeah, able to, not really be, I guess, provoked. It was like a taunt in like an RPG. Trying to make the opponent sort of get angered or something like that. But yeah, Jay Gotcha mentally composed enough to really find that comeback, and good stuff to them.
Absolutely. So what's going on next? I know I have a round 1 match that I need to play.
Yeah, and you are about to play that.
Okay.
You are about to play that. Hey, E30?
Yeah.
Would you mind kicking Josuke out of the lobby?
Josuke, you have 5 seconds or however long it takes me to figure out how to kick you.
Well, he's been called to dinner, so it looks like you have enough time.
Alright, Josuke. I'm sorry I gotta do this. Boom.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
he's gone. What have you done?
It's magic, Cheap. It's magic.
All
Alright.
right.
Friendos, I'm gonna go Deafen. I'll BRB.
Okay, good luck to you.
Thanks.
So, Kraken Atkins versus
Get
Mystery Racer.
ready.
Beyond the scope, I feel like this match goes beyond like BBTAG itself because I know they're
Get
throwing hands
ready.
at like the next WNF.
Well,
For
okay, I know
starters.
they're throwing hands all the time. There's an unexplained rivalry going on behind the scenes of BBTAG. It's just between these two in general. There's a command prompt and it's hands on sight. That's what it is between them. So we'll see some of that manifest in this match, I'm sure. So let's see what happens.
Atkins has been working on this Nanakatsuki, I think ever since Ronin Rumble happened, so I'm curious to see on what they've been cooking up with this team as of late. Because I know
And so far it's been paying off, getting some good momentum. These DPs have also been really good on this part.
it's pretty ballsy because, in general, 9DP is known as not some of the best, and that was one hell of a call out.
Atkins spending the 2 meter, getting that essentially a super. It's got the flash and everything. Essentially getting that off on the whiffed anti-air, and look at this. Yeah, Naoto doesn't really have much recoverable health. Getting Mystery Racer stuck in the spot. I didn't even see where to block that.
Atkins is taking full control, and Akatsuki's coming in every now and then, and as I say that, Akatsuki comes in.
And now he's in for real now.
I'd imagine this would be an interesting team because I know, for when you're playing as 9, you kind of want whatever support you can with, and I feel like Akatsuki is a facilitator for a lot of characters, so but I can also see 9 assists being good for Akatsuki as well.
Absolutely, and fortunately, Atkins holding back whenever he was in the air with that hormone, and Naoto doesn't have any anti-air DP. It's a counter DP, so can't do an air unblockable by herself like that. So, fortunately, no Ekum Bokum yet. Could be seeing one, maybe. It all depends on how long Naoto lives, and if she's able to bring back, or force, I guess, Akatsuki back into the fray.
I like that Atkins is very content on playing the long range game, especially since he has the life lead as well.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And, 9 can afford to do that with her tool set, essentially. Mystery Racer just choosing to, have Naoto shove her face into the mirror? Oh no! See what it was. It was Adachi shoving Naoto into the TV.
But unfortunately,
That was a bad taste. All right.
that was awful. But we're learning with it. 9 going down. Solo Akatsuki, pretty healthy, but I feel like with the amount of meter both players have and resonance, it will be a one-set situation.
And
Atkins
there it is.
game
Yep.
one.
Atkins getting the throw bait on Mystery Racer and taking it.
Nice work. We're starting to see this. You know, it's only game 1, but this team is already paying off quite nicely. From what it looks like, Mystery Racer doesn't seem too prepared, especially for the 9 matchup. I know Mystery Racer does have quite a bit of experience fighting Akatsuki, given there's a small handful of us here in SoCal. But 9 is not a character we see too often. I'd say I remember Scrub messed with her for a bit. Square's been playing her for a while.
I was gonna say, if you didn't mention Square, I'd be like, dude.
I know. I was going through the list of, like, I guess, longevity.
Okay.
Now, Squares is definitely the first that came to mind, but it looks like Mystery Racer is opting to try and, instead of playing more defensively, just trying to match or just run it down against Atkins.
Well, also, I missed it that even Mr. Racer in the chat was saying, why did they put in Naoto fighting 9? So yeah, just forcing Akatsuki to come back in. Yeah, just pulling out the orb, pulling out the assist, getting in the sandwich situation. Really good parry. And yeah, Mystery Racer not ready to catch the second parry that whiffed from Atkins. But still getting the Heat Riser buff. Getting the command grab as well. No active switch, unfortunately, so not able to fully capitalize off of it. But, you know, still good. Good damage, less on Akatsuki so far. There is unblockable. Oh, that orb almost connected. That was the C dive, I think.
I think that was a 2-1-4 C from Mystery Racer, and it worked out. That move is pretty quick, so isn't that as in a situation where you're kind of unsure on what can happen, especially being in the air? It works out pretty nicely as a bit of a scramble. Breaks the corner, solid defense so far.
Let's see how long it'll last. Oh, teleports out of there. That is an option that 9 does have, but still gets caught with the C dive, orb follow up, and no conversion afterwards. Too high in the air for that. And yeah, Atkins working with really no meter against, you know, a 2v1 situation. Pretty rough, I had to say. No resonance either. And this should be dead if Mr. Richardson is able to get this loop. I mean, still able to catch the whiff DP, so nonetheless. But glad to see that even I still curse people. I thought my curses ran out during the 15v15 and also the Ronin Rumble, but apparently we still got some left in the tank.
Absolutely not. I mean, you didn't get shot during Ronin Rumble, so your curses are still there.
Why would I get shot during Ronin Rumble, buddy?
I don't know.
Get ready.
Maybe the Ronin Rumble mods work in mysterious ways, but Atkins, not really feeling the Akatsuki pick. Switching over to, instead of switching out Akatsuki for Batista, being more of a... switching over to more of a facilitator for 9 rather than, I'd say, a more,
If you want me to
9
play
heavy
nice,
team.
I've got
Or I mean,
some bad
like,
news.
balance team in terms of how they complement
Can't
each other.
escape from crossing fate.
So, I'm curious to see on how this will change for teams.
Take it away,
I mean, I can see the benefits to it, but at the same time, also, it's just, yeah, it's rough being against like a team like this from Mr. Racer's side, especially in the corner like that. But Atkins, you know, finding the good DP opportunity, taking it and getting himself out of that corner, but being put in another sandwich. This team is very good. Well, I feel like every set team, honestly, is really good at just getting yourself into a sandwich situation. Oh, catches Atkins being nervous, and yeah, it's going to be a dead 9. Solo Batista, not really known for her damage, so it's going to take a lot of hits for Atkins to really make a good comeback.
So it's definitely it's a tall amount of time, but given the proficiency of Atkins, it's definitely something that is doable, but we're not going to see it for this match. Mystery Racer taking
I
it
have no
up.
need for a partner.
Game 2 here. Or Game 3.
あいにくと俺も暇ではない。影や
And I know for the most part, especially when Atkins is learning a new team, he does like to commit to it. Not really willing to switch off of it unless, I guess, either backed into a corner enough or maybe frustrated with how they're performing with the current team. But yeah, through and through, I feel like with how Atkins' mentality is going into learning a new team, just wanting to deal with the growing pains of
Let's
it.
get this ball rolling.
Can't escape from crossing fate.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, again, like I said, I can understand why Atkins is choosing Batista over Akatsuki. You know, very much able to get some good work going if he's able to at least have some breathing space. But it doesn't seem like Mystery Race is going to be letting him do that. Just constantly keeping his pressure up, and just like any assist that Atkins calls, immediately gets stuffed out so far. Oh, that's big. That's big. Yeah, just Gatsu Mandala is very, very punishable, especially if you break the persona before it actually comes out.
Right there.
I have no idea. I couldn't tell you.
Atkins just trying to get defense and trying to get super started here. Cross combo hits, but not being able to confirm. A little bit of an awkward. Yeah, but Batista's been doing a decent amount of work so far, but getting called out right there.
Oh, gets command grab, orb coming out, not really at the optimal time for that. But still gets some good damage off the end. Batista not looking too good. Bursts out of that situation. Could have actually hit the assist afterwards, because he hit the point character. I just feel like he didn't realize that that was a situation he could have done that.
Most of his character's resources too well. Popping resonance early in a weird situation. Probably got caught.
Yep, and it's going to be Mr. Racer taking the set.
Could have done this without you.
Going up 3-1.
物好きな奴ら。アサシンの友柄など、おめえ以外。
Mr. Racer moving on to face. Let us see here.
That's actually going to be the next match on stream.
Ooh. Oh, okay, so Mr. Racer's back up.
Yeah.
Get back in here, Mr. Racer. You know, this is the one time where, like, most of the time we'd have to shoot him to leave, but he left out of his own volition.
Get ready.
Yeah, that was the first. Man, just going right into it too. Didn't even give me time to do anything afterwards. Just hey, get in here, and then no shill, no nothing. Okay.
Dude, I just got back. Like
seriously.
Yeah.
Someone please.
This new generation, they're out for blood.
Yeah, man, everything is instant. You know, these kids nowadays with their smartphones, you know, everything's accessible at the tap of a finger. You know what I'm saying? The tap of a finger.
Can't escape from crossing fate.
Rods versus Mystery Racer. It's a repeat of the lobby we were just running an hour ago between us three. Mystery Racer staying locked in with this Adachi set. Going up against Rox. Previous just won the last PS4 WNF that we had, if I'm not mistaken.
That is correct. Yes.
Yes, sir.
And so far, you know, pretty even on life for the most part. Nobody really having too commanding of a lead. Yeah, bursts out of that situation. And I was going to say Mystery Racer blocked the moonsaults, but can't block all of them, it seems. Good ZP from Mystery Racer, catching both of the characters and getting this corner positioning as well. Good active switch. Yeah, that was a good burst point, because otherwise Yosuke was definitely going to be dead with how much anger Mystery Racer had.
Oh wow, nice counter poke there from Rock, stuffing things out, but falls for the throw bait. This is definitely stonks here for Mystery Racer. Probably just needs one bar or one super to kill.
I mean, yeah, and that's going to apply to both characters as we're seeing right now.
My turn, huh? Take it away.
Rock's basically in a position where they choose where to die or who to die. It was Yosuke in this instance, so we're stuck on the solo. Adachi.
That was also very smart from Rox to stop doing that combo on the Mr. Racer's Adachi because of the orb placement. But good pressure from Mr. Racer so far, able to find the holes in Rox's defense and able to take game one.
Yeah, I like it. Mr. Racer finding those, really just honestly doing some great assist calls. And that's something that I'm noticing about this Adachi Seth comp. He doesn't always have to use BZOs or AZOs or really like any type of enabling from Adachi to necessarily run mix. He can just play some orbs, like kind of extend the mix or give you something on the screen that you have to contend with. It's really strong stuff.
From crossing fate. Fight.
Just, back-to-back ZOs from both characters right now. No, DP unblockable from Yosuke either. No, it's a counter DP, so can't really do that. But still, these moonsaults paying off so far for Brox.
Nice flip over with the Adachi 5P call here for Rox. Has 4 bars on deck, so the next hit can be fatal, especially if it's off of a DP from Mystery Racer. And for that instance, we don't even need the bar. Seth's going down a bit early. Mystery Racer in big trouble getting hit on the incoming. Yeah, this has just been all Rox. Mystery Racer has not really been able to get much started at all as we're cashing in the Yosuke Super. Will we be tagging out to Adachi? Yeah, might as well cash it all in right now. Mystery Racer is going to need this level 1 Resonance pullback, a miracle, and maybe a little bit of luck to make this comeback, but right there, just the 2-way snuffs them out.
You got.
Yeah, truly when it, both of, I guess we could call this for a lot of Adachi comps in general, but especially these two. It could just be a snowball of foot. As soon as you lose a neutral interaction once, or you're forced in block stun, not for a cross combo situation or something once, it could really just be all she wrote from there. And so that was definitely what we saw with Rockstar being able to take out that first character so quickly. Mystery Racer swapping things up, doesn't want to play that Adachi mirror for much longer. I don't blame him. That's not a mirror I really like playing. So they'll be going to the Shirogane Susanoo.
Okay, let's show him our speed.
I already know your goal. Can't escape
Always
from
locking
crossing
in
fate.
those Pikachu colors.
Fight with me.
Okay. Yeah, a round start here that is purely just for the sake of lockdown. Really not even much mix implemented there, but just testing Rox's patience, enforcing that full screen, trying to tell him to get away from him. Don't do any ZOs, don't do anything, but all it takes is one Yosuke 6P. One Yosuke 6P to open up a world of opportunities.
It really is. But at the same time, you don't really want to get hit. This is somewhat similar to what we've seen from another Susan player, Stuart Shadow. You don't want to get hit by this team. Not only is it Susan damage, but it's also you don't want to get hit because Naoto can mark.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh. Yo, has he used anything besides Susanoo 6P on the Susanoo assist? They have all made contact, so I wouldn't stop either, but man.
I mean, Adachi's there in the back, but I mean, it's just man, he's just taking so many hits.
He just can't get out of it. Oh, very nice. I really like that.
That was a very good jump from Mr. Racer to get in. And yeah, good push block, as you said, to get out of the situation that Mr. Racer put Rox in. Ooh, just barely missing the double bang. Gonna be hitting Yosuke though. Fortunately, not being hit with the Adachi, so was able to punish accordingly. And that should be a dead Susan.
Twice over. Oh, please. How's that?
Mystery Racer, all those things were even. He was kind of dictating a good amount of the pace of that matchup, but just that happy birthday, unfortunate off of that Susanoo Super getting interrupted by Roxanne. Yeah, looks like he's trying to cash this in now, and it's not quite a game.
Just barely not enough.
Mr. Racer do with this newfound opportunity? The resonance is gone. Needs to be careful. Rampage time soon. Please block. Yo, those have to be missed inputs because Rox doesn't have any meter to push block. So I'm guessing those were missed inputs on the throws.
It had to be, yeah. There was. I mean, the first one, okay. I feel like he was trying to. He didn't realize, but the second one at that point, yeah, he had to have known. He had to have paid attention to that.
Yeah, so just some unfortunate decision making there from Mr. Racer, but still gonna be sticking on this comp. I don't think that's a bad idea. You know, when the comp was getting its game plan going, and it seemed like Mr. Racer was kind of content with just playing the full screen game, using Susanoo to instantly lock down the ground and letting Naoto set up traps and then shoot around in the air, just make it really hard for Rox to move. That was effective, but it was just like a couple of key errors that happened in the end there. So see if they're able to pull it together for these next two games, because Rox is on game point here.
I am the beginning of the end.
Can't escape from crossing
Here we
fate.
go, game 4.
Fight.
Behind you, fly.
It's very nice blocks because he Josuke moonsaults, but it's the Adachi 5P that does it.
I see you.
Okay. What? Somehow getting a sandwich out of this. I can't believe Shirogani's on the other side.
I didn't even see how that could have happened, but hey, it happened. That's the game. Rox just immediately going in swinging after getting the burst, just getting the CSK damage. Why does he get so much damage? That was 7k.
Only 7k. It's fine. Takes forever, builds up your associate so you can burst. It's not that bad. Interesting combo convergence for Mr. Racer.
I mean, he didn't have the meter really to do any marks or anything like that, so yeah, I'd say that was a very smart decision. Unfortunately, just barely couldn't kill the Yosuke.
Oh my gosh, throw bait here for Rox. Now Rox is switching up the positioning. He has the corner. Some good resources to work with. Give me the safe jump, but I won't jump. It's just a me. Works all the same to me.
Somehow whip that JA. Get it? Nah, don't like that burst. Don't like that burst at all, because you know what that means? Not quite a burst. It's almost the idea. But the JB counter hit, especially from that high up, yeah, going to be able to get the combo conversion, leaving it up to solo Susan, and I was going to say, very good on blocking that, but unfortunately couldn't block the follow-up either, and Rock's going to be taking it 3-1.
Yeah, that was solid from Rox, just constantly pushing the issue with those jump Bs. Susanoo, he's a nice boy, a good boy, but he's also a tall boy. So it's like when it comes to those like demanding or like really nice jump buttons in the form of like Adachi's jump B and things like that, you can really kind of harass them all over the place. And it seems like that was definitely the gameplay that Rox was going for, and it all worked out. Got some throw baits and Sanso delivered. Rox 3-1, gonna be moving on in the winner side of that bracket.
Absolutely. All right, you need to go play your match against Legion Paws and Losers.
I will go do that. I'll be right back.
And on our side of things, we will be having Guzman and Caterade up next on stream. Jay Gotcha and Churzul are currently playing off stream, but we will be having the Rox versus the winner of that match up on stream next as well.
All right.
Looks like Churzul is going to be going up against Rox. The results came in for that set. So we will be having a Yosuke guaranteed in winners finals.
Oh boy. Let's see. I cannot recall if these two have played previously. I would like to think that they've ran each other at least once, but at the same time, it's like even though it's like pretty small brackets, it's actually kind of surprising how hard it is to run into people in brackets. Like
it really is, yeah.
Because, like, speaking from personal experience, when WNF was at Esports Arena, I've never ran into Raiden in bracket, despite the times we've entered. So
Yeah, that's understandable. It's like, you see the same names oftentimes in brackets, but unfortunately it's like, I've seen this. I've seen Kiyomi a lot of times, but where is he? Like, why haven't I played him? You know what I mean? It's just like, yeah.
It's like I run it, like, it doesn't matter how or where, but I do run into Square and he bonks me every time in bracket.
Get ready.
So I run into Square often. I've never ran into Raiden, so it's like it's pretty interesting on how things all play out. But anyway, going into this match, K-Drade versus Guzman.
Whoever these
This
guys
will
are,
be an
it won't
interesting
be
one.
easy. And neither will we.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean,
Well,
you got
Ruby, you
Yang
having fun yet?
5B, you got Ruby Lettons, but you also have Caterade and the strong offense that he has demonstrated in the past many times, including tonight. So I was gonna say it's just a button check, but we're not playing until it's like.
Let's go, Ruby. Hold.
Oh, gets the command grab active switch. We're gonna be getting some good damage off this because burst is not available on Caterade side of things. I didn't block that.
Pretty good.
Guzman going for something that looks akin to what Scrub likes to go for a lot, and it working out there, but K-Drade taking off that time
What an active switch on that 5B. 5B of all things, but unfortunately going to get grabbed and yeah, it should be dead. Not quite sure if Guzman needs to spend the extra meter. No, it's gonna kill. Okay.
Let's go, Ruby.
Oh, Caterade getting the happy birthday. Going to be getting some good damage off, but not enough to quite kill the Ruby in the back line.
I'd say between the two characters that K-Drade plays, they're both terrifying, but I'd say between the two, his Naoto K is definitely the character to be a bit more afraid of than Akatsuki.
Absolutely, yeah.
Guzman opting to catch up the meter right now. Wisdom to Barzo, I don't feel like there's a reason to, just probably better OP perhaps.
Well, yeah, probably that, and also just to get as much damage off as he can.
It just affects one such situation as well.
Yeah, it's... Ooh, not quite able to punish that. JC, giving Guzman, some more breathing room. And getting the grab off after that gun blast assist, too.
Sign up cashing meter, but doesn't need it, and Guzman will be taking game one.
I was very worried because it was really just like one stray happy birthday super from Caterade with that Naoto would have been enough to pretty much kill both characters. Alright, and then going into it once again.
Yeah, I feel like the main breaking point of that match where Guzman was able to take most of the momentum back was just being able to take out Akatsuki early, because the way Caterade plays his team, he is very proficient at playing these two as individuals, but as a team is where Caterade really shines and is the most terrifying.
Of course, I get to fight with you.
Absolutely, yeah.
Can't escape from crossing fate. Fight! Ruby! Let's go, Ruby!
He's not afraid of just getting attack wins.
Ruby! Let's go, Ruby!
Yeah. Go ahead.
He feels like the looming threat of Yang's 5B, especially against a team like Naoto and Akatsuki. Caterade isn't afraid to press runs in Guzman's teams.
And, Guzman in kind is not afraid to actually go with the, reversal assists either. And then he, these gaps in pressure. And that's been paying off quite a bit in these corner situations against Caterade.
Taking a pretty early life lead. Just allowing Ruby to take the damage as well.
I mean, I feel like Guzman knew that Caterade was going to be just going for just raw supers afterwards. But unfortunately, yeah, Ruby's looking pretty low. One good hit is all it's going to take to be killing her off after this. Is it gonna be a tick throw?
That's so unfortunate. Oh my god.
Oh! Because I saw the parry and I was like, okay, yeah, that's fine. And then the DHC happened, and I think that punished the parry. Oh my god, Yang! She just armored dude with super!
Oh my god, this group is so privileged, and I think that'll be game 2 going to Guzman.
Just about. Will it? Okay, just barely, actually.
Too bad. You're not gonna beat us like that.
Yeah, just
Yan.
I feel like Caterway is making a lot of right calls, but I'd say the team sister privilege is definitely working out a lot, and I feel like with what happened was Akatsuki parry activated, and since Akatsuki was close enough, got the punch out, but I think because of the DHC, Akatsuki was still trying to get the punch out, but Yang was just they basically told Akatsuki, "I punch harder, get out of here. You're losing your buddy for this."
Or is it like a case of because there's some moves that even even if you parry it with Akatsuki and he goes for the hit, he still gets hit out of it. Like Yang 5B, as an example.
Yeah.
If he parries that, he's still gonna hit her. I think that might be a case of Akatsuki just isn't able to really punish that with DP.
Starting off with the roll.
And still gets the conversion afterwards with both characters. Gonna be put in the sandwich situation. Yeah, I got hit. Absolutely. Gonna keep it as unburstable as possible. Get as much damage off as he can, but going to get DP'd for his troubles.
Good conversion as well. He's been taking back the momentum that Caterway was trying to get back.
Very good stability on that side switch. Might want to get Yang out of there, or maybe I feel like Guzman's... Okay, yeah. So I was like, either he's going for some kind of active switch setup, or he's waiting until Yang gets into semblance. But yeah, getting her out of there, getting some of that life back. Not getting thrown.
Guzman touches out early, I think this is real. Yep.
Yeah, this is definitely it.
Yeah, and this has been the main struggle that's been happening so far with Caterway, just losing a character very early on. But even though with a pretty healthy, Akatsuki coming in, it is still a solo situation. So it's not
good parry to get out of that situation and keep Guzman on his toes. Gets him with the 5B, baits out the DP, and that is going to be a dead Yang. Yeah, having to spend a little bit of meter for that, but I mean still.
Kill a character, cash out whatever meter that you got. Because being put in, I'd say, a 2v1 situation is never a good thing.
Absolutely. And Caterway does have a significant life lead in this situation, and going to be getting the hit off as well. Unfortunate drop on that Sentatsu. That is what happens at match range.
Did he get...
He... Off of a 2A. He got that off of a 2A.
Oh my god.
He converted that with not even 2 seconds on the resonance timer. He converted that and got a Astral.
Ruby, win.
Solid work by Guzman, taking it 3-0 over Caterade in one hell of a fashion.
I gotta say, that was very smart by Guzman to just have the proper routing.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, the proper routing and the presence of mind just to pull that off. And, to be honest, I was expecting that to go down the wire, to a game 5, but Guzman just shattering all expectations and saying, I'm just gonna 3-0 Caterade right now, right here.
I mean, he was like, I could just have this incredibly drawn out comeback situation since you have a significant life lead and my resonance is about to run out. But he was like, no, I can do this in 3 hits.
Yeah.
That's all I need. 3 hits and you're dead.
And, speaking of time running out, you still have plenty of time to do WNF, to do the Matcherino. I will put the link in the chat right now. Using the code WNFO21_4 BBTAG. Don't try and type that in. Just copy and paste. And add a free 50 cents to the pot. And if you're feeling generous and want to put a little more but don't want to hurt your wallet too much, there are a bunch of sponsor requests, like following a few people here, retweeting a couple things. There's a few things for you to do here. If you are feeling generous and want to throw some money in, but you do want something for it, there are several things in the marketplace here, courtesy of Kiten Books. There's a few manga like Gacha Girl Core, Shed That Skin Ryugasaki-san series, Lone Life in Another World series, Uzamaid Our Maid Is Way Too Annoying, and My Dad's the Queen of All VTubers. There's plenty of options for you there, but if you're not looking for a manga, maybe you want a keychain, got it several here, like Quintessential Quintuplets, Girls Frontline, Fate Go, Azure Lane, and Princess Connect. So there's a ton of options, but you know, if you just want to also throw money directly at the pot, that'd be greatly appreciated with a direct contribution. Anything helps. We appreciate it all here, and whoever makes top 3 tonight will definitely appreciate it as well.
Alrighty then. Yeah, I'm sure they will. So up next, we will be having Scherzul versus Rox, previous reigning champ of PS4 Wednesday Night Fights. PS4 BBTAG Wednesday Night Fights, specifically.
Yeah.
So let me see. Let me just ping Scherzul.
And if I remember correctly, this technically is a team kill as well.
They both part of Mystic mix-ups or whatever it is.
As far as I know, yeah.
You hate to see it, but I mean, I can only do so much with seeding, you know? I can't account for players meeting like this.
Absolutely.
But yeah, this is going to be a mirror match as well, in a sense, isn't it? They both play Yosuke?
Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure they both play Yosuke Adachi.
Oh. And yeah, it is a complete mirror match, so this will be interesting to see how it's basically going to come down to a difference of both playstyle and really who gets the momentum first, I feel. So it looks like Atkins is back from his match. I'm pretty sure he might be coming onto the mic here in just a second, but looks like they are not waiting for anything. They are going right into it.
Get ready.
Game 1 of this Adachi Yosuke mirror match set. This will be interesting.
Yeah, of all
Cheer you on? Yeah.
out of all the what's it called? Matches we've seen so far, I feel like this is a mirror match I at least expect, especially with the WNF. So this will be an interesting one to see.
Absolutely. We are going right into it.
And they're just swinging on each other.
Oh my god, they're both just mashing. Okay. It took me a second to realize, okay, who is who in this situation right now. But it looks like Scherzul's rocking defaults and Rox is different colors. Yeah, okay. So Scherzul able to get out of the corner from this Yosuke pressure, and yeah, Rox, I mean, you know, Rox knows this team. Of course he's gonna moonsault over that team. They are just moonsaulting. This is like dance.
How do we commentate this?
I feel like I'm listening to Dance of like the Shit of Frontier or something whenever I see both these Yosuke's just flipping around. Like, seriously.
Thankfully, we only have to deal with one Yosuke now that one of them's down. And yeah, it feels like, especially in this opening set, Scherzul is playing like very reserved, and I think that's what cost him their Yosuke, and just losing out on the scramble situations as well.
But see, the thing is, look at Scherzul's health on this Adachi. Look at Rox's health on both of their characters. It's really just a sneeze at this point, is all it's going to take. And Rox I feel is, as soon as like Scherzul gets like in a sense, like any sort of hit, there's going to be a hit fly. And yeah, Rox is going to make sure they get as much damage as possible with any hit that they get. And just keep this pressure going. Just make sure Scherzul isn't able to, you know, hit him at all. that looks like that's working out. Going to be able to just get enough with this combo to be able to secure the win. That was really good on Rox to just sort of like, run away, just sort of play defensively and not really commit to anything because, Rox knows, hey, Adachi's got Vorpal Blade. That thing goes anywhere.
Yeah.
So if I try to engage from a distance, it's going to backfire on me. So
yeah, and I like the way that Rox just played it. Like even though they had two characters on screen, just the fact that they were both low, like a well-timed Atom Smasher from Scherzel would have taken it for him, but just played it extremely safe. Only calling assists when absolutely needed to, and just when cross combo was available, just so that they could keep the character safe.
absolutely, and with that we will be going into game 2 of this set. Scherzel getting caught in the sandwich situation, bursting out with the Yosuke coming in. This is definitely a mirror match. They're doing literally the exact same thing.
I don't like this.
Yo, I've been here. I've just been watching. I don't know what to say.
I mean, we're just trying to make sense of this circus.
I mean, that's what it is. It's essentially a circus. And gets the corner steal off of that. Going to be able to kill off this Yosuke, maybe?
I want to say a pixel is going to be left. Oh no, I'm a dirty liar.
Ooh. And once again, up to the solo Adachi from Scherzul's side. Now with half as much health as it had before, so... And Rox rocking pretty much full health bars almost on both of these characters, so... Gonna be a bigger hill to climb than before, especially with that active switch command grab on the part of Rox. It's looking not quite dead. No, it's yes. But that'll kill though.
Yeah. And it looks like right there, Scherzel tried to contest Yosuke in the air, but just having that Vorpal Blade off to the side as well, just covering any attempt to potentially mash out of that, and it worked out real nicely.
Absolutely.
Get ready.
Yeah, in terms of styles of, there's a lot of Adachi Yosuke players, but in terms of style, I feel like Rox and Scherzel can have type of similar styles that they do approach it with. Like, I feel like overall they're both pretty solid at getting the BZO stuff started, but I think that Rox's Oki game and like some of the type of active switch to mix ups definitely have a bit more layers. But Scherzel is also just like a strong fundamentally based player as well, so it's really like kind of hard to say. And they both know each other's teams. It's a true mirror. There's just like so many factors in terms of this match.
Absolutely, yeah, very well said. And it looks like Rox is just getting the upper hand in these exchanges for the most part. Like able to get that throw bait, and I mean, yeah, as you said, they both know this team, so they both know what the other's really going for.
Yeah, and I mean, if that's not enough, I feel like a lot of the Yosuke Adachi like clan, right? They play each other. So like, not only do you have like they both know each other's characters, they both know each other's tendencies. Like, they're playing a game within a game right now.
Absolutely, and it was a good active swap from Scherzel to sort of keep his point character, in the fray, not knocked down, but unfortunately wasn't able to replenish the burst from that. Good ZP as well from Rox.
Interesting thing about the matchups, the BZOs they get, if it's on Yosuke can avoid Adachi's BZOs with moonsaults. It's just like... Solid answer for Rox, safe jump setup. Opting for the air dash BZO. Not much that could be contested with that one. Gets the moonsault hit. Oh yeah. Not opting for the burst there. We'll be losing Adachi.
Is it my turn?
Oh my god.
Gets caught backdashing the Zio. Is that dead? That's dead. Didn't even need to call in the assist, but just wanted to get the damage. Just to be able to secure it. And yeah, Rox taking it in a clean 3-0.
absolutely solid stuff there from Rox. Scherzel trying to get some stuff started there as well. I saw in the last match, Scherzel had that super healthy Adachi, and Rox just down to like those his last two characters at like Magic Pixels nearly, so it could have went either way, but Rox just proved to be too solid to crack even in the mirror for now, and they'll be secure in that spot. In winners finals against Guzman Gaming, in between my match, I'm just watching the bracket and I'm like, yo, Guzman, he's kind of gaming right now.
I would definitely say so myself. He's securing the spot in top 3 in winners finals side. And with that, we will be having Guzman versus Rox in that winners final coming up a bit later. But now we will be going through the losers bracket.
Very cool to figure out who's gonna be making their way through to climb above all the rest and place themselves in the money. Speaking of the money, that Matcherino, you know what it is, the BB tags, and we got a code for the Matcherino virtual pot here tonight. Use that code WNF_O21_4 BB tag for the free 50-cent donation to the pot. Love to see it. You use that nice light blue button in the top right, contribute, and you sign it through a multitude of ways, and just copy and paste that code there for the free 50-cent donation. We would much appreciate it. There are even other ways to donate free money to the pot. You check that right-hand side there. There's Twitter Quest and Twitch Quest for multiple partners that we have that you can follow that will donate more free money to the pot. Love to see it. And of course, you can feel free to do a direct donation if you'd like. We would greatly appreciate it, just like Jay Gotcha has done. But if you want to receive something for that direct donation, we definitely have some deals for you in the Matcherino marketplace. There's plenty of things for sale, such as some charms and keychains, courtesy of Azure Lane, Princess Connect, Girls Frontline, Fate Go, Quintessential Quintuplets, and of course Chitin Books, always hooking us up with the latest and greatest manga in the land. Never get tired of saying it. And as far as what's in the marketplace, they got Lunar Life in Another World Volume 1 and 2, Shed That Skin, Reeks Volume 1 and 2, Lunar Life in Another World Volume 3, My Dad's a Queen of All VTubers, Who's a Maid, Our Maid is Way Too Annoying, and Gotcha Girl Core. So all of that is in the Matcherino marketplace. Before you scroll down, be sure to look up and use that code WNF_O21_4 BB tag for the free 50-cent donation.
Atkins, when you said Adochi during that match, I just got reminded of all those SpongeBob memes that have been going around.
Aw, hell nah. Adochi doing B-Zingo.
Oh no, Adochi been putting the sandwich. Oh man.
I hate you so much for reminding me of that.
Adochi. Oh, hell nah. He pairing Adochi with Yusuke. Yo, we're children over here at WNF, alright? None of us are adults on the mic. We're actual children.
Absolutely.
I agree 100%. All right, so up next in the bracket, we will be going through the losers now, and up first is going to be Ichu Deku and Zero Shadowblood. Now, Ichu Deku is, he participated in the Parsec bracket, coming in from Canada, and, seemed like it was a pretty stable connection from what everybody else was providing, didn't seem like I heard any issues, so, hopefully that continues on with the PS4 as well. I'm seeing 3 bars on my side of things with E2.
Same here. Yeah, I also have 3 bars with E2 Deku, likewise with Yami no Katamari Zero Shadowblood. So excited to see Ichu Deku able to enter these brackets, right? Really emphatic Yang Ruby player that I've seen a lot over at Guzman's side of things. So it's really cool that they're going to be able to, join some WNFs from now on, should they please. And yeah, we saw them in the Parsec tournament. They're going to be going up here. And I'd imagine, just given the tournaments that E2 Deku goes to and the tournaments that Zero Shadowblood goes to, they may not have played before. This may be a first time meeting. So it'll be definitely interesting to see how this plays out.
Absolutely. So, ranked Yang Ruby team, tried and true, very solid team comp. We did see Guzman rocking it earlier and putting in some work. And as I've said, pretty much every time that he's been on the stream, Zero Shadow Blood, Susanoo Yumi, you don't want to get hit at all. So let's see what happens in this situation. I mean, let's see if Yang's able to just armor through everything. I mean, Ichideku is already off to a pretty solid start. Look at this.
Yeah. So here's the thing about E2 Deku. That man.
My.
Holy crap! Can I finish a sentence? With you not constantly landing these hits, he be going in. Like he be going. Okay, we're out of there. Out of the command throw. But yeah, he opts to use Yang's armor to kind of predict what you might do and meet you there, whether it be with the jump B, the 5B, or like some type of button, some Ruby assist. Yeah, he is always kind of cycling through his options there.
Absolutely, and it looks like things are going for... Yep. I mean, I did see the startup of that move come after Semblance as well, so very smart to just go with the DP on that OP option.
Deku needs to be careful. You know what? Not the star of the show. He has a Ruby as well, but a very important factor of the show. That Yang, kind of low on the life, recognizing it, just active switch, get her out of there.
Good defense, active switches, not quite going to kill, doesn't have the meter to do it. But, you know, going to get some good damage off as well. Yeah, pretty solid play so far. Not really letting Zero Shadow get a lot of the gameplay we usually see going. And, you know, just keeping, you know, good defense and good offense as well. As I say, that gets hit with the triple low. But,
yeah, the thing is, out of the situations that he's been in, he hasn't been push blocking anything. So it's like, for having the block for that long and just, you know, eating 2-2-60 for it, not the worst thing in the world, but trying to save your sister with a super, probably the worst thing in the world. As Ruby is definitely going to be going down for that.
I'll handle it.
absolutely. And, yeah, just up to the solo Yang, gonna be... Oh my god, Yang.
Bro, another tournament, another cursed Yang interact. I love the way he uses Yang jump B. Like, when he's in Simplest, he's like, actually, I'm Mitsuru. I'm gonna just go for it.
I mean, hey, I don't blame him one bit for that. Going to be getting the anti-air, no conversion off of it though, not quite going to kill. And it's a one-touch situation.
Oh my gosh, that was a huge EX gun blast. Yeah, he's really just like pushing the issue here. A lot of jumps, uncontested positions, but no anti-air buttons, no DPs.
Good tech on the throw.
Oh boy.
Good tech on the throw. Once again, yeah, both of these players just really just not being super committal, just playing it super safe. Just throw. Oh my goodness, just barely could have killed off of that low.
This is so tense. They are constantly going. Oh my god.
And then armor coming in clutch, meeting him air to air. As you said, just he'll use the armor. He'll predict what you're going to do and say, I can armor through that. Why are you challenging Yang?
That is the name of the game. Man, I can't believe how persistent they both were to go for the throw and how keen they were to both be ready for the throw bait. It was a constant back and forth of like, all right, here's my situation. They won't expect to throw a fifth time. It's like, here's my situation. They won't expect to throw a sixth time. Like, that made that like so tense. Neither side ever going for a throw bait, but E2 Deku playing that pretty conservative gameplay. I mean, that GP was crazy, possibly hitting it like that last active frame there, but right when they needed, this is not how you want to route trying to get Susanoo, but only if they have the proper hold for the right amount of time. You may just put her in Simple sooner, because that is one thing about that Yang Susanoo matchup. He can, you know, shake the angry fist, and I think he can keep her there forever. Like, as long as you hold it, you can just melt her down to the end. I don't know if you can actually kill her, but unfortunately not getting the full kind of call out there. And I mean,
Just gets the JC and just immediately kills off. Throughout everything that you were saying, Susan was taking as many hits as she possibly could.
yes.
And just, yeah, Ichideku just getting that Susan completely out of the picture and leaving it up to a solo Yumi, which, you know, nothing to sneeze at in her own right, but still gonna be once again trying to save the sister with the super from full screen. Not quite working out, but not punished this time.
Big 5C E2 Deku. Oh, just a big jump C with Yang. And like this combo conversion won't kill, but it definitely puts. He goes for that air reset again. Sneaky stuff.
Hey, if it works one time, you know, do it again. He didn't get punished for it either.
No! Yo! How? So sick!
Got Bottle Rocket, Gun Blast assists into Super. What is this man on?
Something else! E2 Deku.
Let's go. This is it. Nice hit.
All right,
Oh my gosh.
Gets chipped into semblance. Whoa.
Swing and miss.
Not quite going to be able to punish. Oh my god.
Wow.
Very good so far at taking these throws.
Oh, he was hoping for another up back, but Zero Shadow Blood did not give it away. 1v1 situation, he comes in and hits the button that gets Yumi?
I mean, that's brave. That's very brave if I had to say it, but I mean, it worked out somehow. Like, E2 Deku just not fearing anything from Zero Shadow. Like, usually, see, the thing is, usually because of what you're facing in this team that Zero Shadow has, you just have like this sort of thing in the back of your head that's like, okay, I can't get hit. Like, if I do, I'm going to be eating 10k. But E2 Deku just showing no fear with like any of the options that he's been doing with Yang, and as we saw at the end, no fear with Ruby either. Just going in and just saying, hey, you have this damage, but I'm still gonna hit you regardless.
Absolutely. E2 Deku, like, he is, just from watching him over Guzman's tournaments and everything, I feel like the type of player that he is if you show a counter action to his approach or what he's doing, he's not gonna be really one to like switch the game plan. He'll find a way to make it work. So it's like, that's why a lot of it comes from like finding different ways where he could fit in those 2Bs or fit in those jumpies or fit in those 5Bs. You know, he's manipulating his armor, right? And like, it's so well done. Ruby buttons as well. And yeah, he's up 2-0.
Yeah. And so far, you know, these round starts have really been working out for him so far. It's just, oh no, gets caught in a happy birthday because he called in the Ruby to push forward. Could have,
Oh boy.
yeah, and gets the cross up AC as well. Not quite going to be a kill just yet. Going to have to hold this block. Yep. Yeah, burst. Not punished, surprisingly.
Yeah, I don't think the Zero Shadow Blow was expecting Ruby to come in on that trajectory. Yeah, Yang's assists are kind of weird, but E2 Deku knows that. Just gonna be ultimate combo the Susanoo. Force sandwich with the Nixies, nothing. Oh,
That's a punish. No, it's not a punish.
to be safe, no push block on the Ruby.
It has a negative recovery.
I hate that shit so much. Holy crap! And it's still going on. E2 Deku.
I'm just at a loss for words, quite honestly. I can't believe.
Oh
Is she
boy!
dead? She's dead. Doesn't even meet her. The Zero Shadow on the back foot gets the tick throw. Going to be getting some good damage. It is Susan after all. I'm choosing to spend the meter, you know, make it as burst safe as possible. But yeah, this is a rough situation for him to be in.
Man, not to mention he's just activating the resonance. You don't want to spend your resonance meter on push blocks. That was so dirty. Oh my gosh, E2 Deku getting a 3-0 over Zero Shadow Blood with the Yang Ruby. Holy crap, why have I never thought to do that? 214 AC in the sandwich active switch. It's genius. E2 Deku with a solid showing. And yeah, this is just like I said, I'm happy that this is a player that we get to see around these parts here at WNF. Really eccentric type of Yang Ruby player, and the offense is crazy. The armor usage is just so perfectly executed, and he'll just have those games where he just snowballs all the way until the very end, and that was just wonderfully played there from E2 Deku all around.
Absolutely. Like, oh man, just Yang. Just did Yang things, and it worked. And I mean, it just was just like, yeah, I just had no fear at all throughout that set. And it completely paid off. I mean, I'm speechless. I'm speechless, honestly. That was really well played.
Definitely. Well, E2 Deku will be moving on to fight the winner of Detective Crow and Legion Pause, as this losers bracket is starting to shape up a little bit. You know, in that losers quarters, we have Caterade versus Chitin. I feel like anytime those two enter a bracket, they end up meeting each other somewhere. So familiar territory for those two there. And yeah, has Detective Crow and Legion Pause match happened?
Yeah, it actually just finished. Detective Crow won that 3-2.
Nice. So that'll be a match that we have on the back burner there. But for now, it looks like we will be getting that Caterade and Chitin match on stream next.
Absolutely. All right, Chitin is in. Caterade did say that they will be showing up in just a moment.
All good. Yeah, this is the tale of the tape here. These two have definitely played like a ton of matches and a ton of different tournaments, not even just exclusive to WNF. And they kind of go back and forth. I think Caterade has the slight edge in the cumulative of the sets, but they definitely have like a lot of matchup history. Caterade personally is like been on a bit of a tear through DonCon's tournaments on Tuesdays. Like DonCon just recently hosted the Big 8 number 100, and there was like a lot of like history and legacy and recaps of like previous Big 8 champions and everything. And like Caterade, like out of the last 10 from that 90 to 100 was like it was pretty much on a roll, winning so many of those Big 8 titles. So has definitely been showing up and showing out lately. Was put on ice by Guzman in that winners bracket, though. I missed that match, but interested to see how this one plays out. Chitin locking in my least favorite Mitsuru team in the world.
Why is that?
It sucks. Nothing beyond that. It sucks.
Well, like, that's just your opinion, man.
I said my least favorite team in the world, right? So personally, I think it sucks, but
Get ready.
Everybody's entitled to have an opinion.
I agree.
So, they're both locking in teams I wouldn't have expected here.
I don't think I've ever seen these teams from these two.
My blades will tear through you.
So quick. Like, Chitin's color coordination game is on point. Caterade's color coordination game is also on point. It's just like, I feel like there may be some history that we're not familiar with here for them to go to these teams and be like, oh, I'm playing him? All right, let's go. Seth Yukiko. Hazama Susuno, let's go.
Like Susanoo, that makes sense from Caterade. Hazama? I don't kind of miss him as a Hazama player at all, quite honestly.
Oh, yeah, some DP into that super. Oh, hit confirm. Nice DP on the incoming, too. Yeah, getting something for that. Okay.
So, is that punished? That's punished.
Oh my gosh, it is. Lots of damage on Yukiko here. She only has 3 Yagi stacks. Yeah, Chitin's going for the raw tag. So he's zipping. He's moving.
Moving all around. And yeah, gets the grab as well for Chitin. Caterade just has a really significant life lead currently.
Ooh. I like that fuzzy attempt there from Chitin. That looks like what they were going for just a little bit this time.
And yeah, both Chitin's characters in the red. Caterade's still looking pretty healthy, bringing in the Yukiko, but I don't know about that decision, quite honestly. I feel like Yukiko is the stronger of the two on Chitin's end. Currently paying off, and yeah, I think Chitin heard me as well.
Now has to be careful with the solo system. No anti or attempt on the Seth. Twice. Just push block. Please get away. Stagger pressure. Caterade not fighting. Oh my gosh, yeah, that could have been really risky there if he were able to hit Yukiko. No dice, but finds the hit on Seth regardless. 2v1. is here. What a nice 4A anti-air to punch the Hazama chains. I like it.
Yep, just going to be swatting him out of the sky and swatting him out of this match, too.
On the solo Susano. They're both at level 4 resonance. Titan trying to dictate the pace immediately, and man, I think that Gatorade didn't recognize the distance they were away from Yukiko and thought reverse Meragi Dine was going to spawn on top of them. So they wanted to push block. But unfortunately, you know, those Meragi Dine spawned off screen. Just wasn't quite in the distance they thought it would be, and that was a punish. And great stuff to Kaiten, bringing it back with that solo Yukiko.
Absolutely, yeah. And I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about this team comp, but I mean, at the very least, Kaiten does have Yukiko, which is definitely a character, strong comeback potential, especially with how Kaiten usually plays, you know, with Yukiko on the team. And it paying off pretty well towards the end there. And Gatorade choosing to stick with Hazama Susan.
Yeah, one thing I am noticing about the match, you know, Susano has air buttons, they exist, but his air to ground, unless he can get you to block like his anti-air game, full screen anti-air game or anything like that, his air nullification game is not the best. So we see Gatorade committing to a lot of Hazama 4Ps just to try to catch up back attempts or anything like that from Kaiten. But Kaiten has actually been like DPing a lot of those scenarios where Gatorade's trying to call out the up back.
That situation that we just saw, but yeah, in general. And fortunately not getting a happy birthday on for Kaiten. But still gonna be some good damage and corner position as well. Base throw.
Cash in!
Yeah, just able to catch the burst with that and do 6k. Ooh, and a reversal of fortune. Oh no.
Oh, this is big. 4 Agi stacks, so just a modest, oh, it's still going. Oh yeah, gonna be building stacks with it, goes up to 6. Sacrificing a bit of damage there for it, but I mean, maybe it stonks. GME Yukiko.
I just understood what that meant. I hate you so much. Okay. Hold the line. Is that what's happening right now? Yeah,
it could be. Does it pay off to the moon? Not quite.
Just barely not able to kill the Hazama. What?
Cursed Moments compilation. What is happening, bro?
Oh my god.
My check. What in the world was that? Well, just like GME, just all of a sudden, chaos, and it just takes all the way down. The meme stocks are over. It's honestly, you know, it's canon. It's canon.
So was there like a hidden second kick there? Was there like just like an invisible second super that happened in the space between the persona getting hit and the Yukiko just running into it?
I really can't tell. I have no explanation for what happened.
Can't escape from crossing fate.
Regardless, Gatorade, I'm sure, has no complaints, tying it up 1-1 here. And I mean, the complete turnaround. I'm sure Kaiten was definitely expecting off that punish to be like, okay, I'll be up 2-0. I have a lot of games to play with. I just got to get one more to seal it. But no, now we're in first to 2 territory.
I'm still stunned by what the heck I just saw.
Okay, force sandwich? Not quite. It's behind.
And gets caught by the orb too. No conversion off of it too far and too high in the air. Getting the command grab. That was really good using the cross combo activation to see, hey, that's the perfect angle right there.
Cancel pressure here from Kaiten coming in handy. Tries to go for the tick throw, misses, goes for the DP immediately. The Kurogane is coming out from him. That's a punish! Yo, what a nice super. That was almost it.
We're keeping this pressure going. Yukiko only at 1 fire stack. You gotta get her out of there, dude.
Yeah, Gatorade doing some smart routing even off of the Persona hit. Just so she can go out with that burst. And it seems like the name of the game for Gatorade here is just trying to be a menacing presence and not let Kaiten get out of this corner. Or the other corner. he's not really committing too much. He's doing like screen coverage and like these simple kind of like frame traps, but really isn't trying to enforce anything too heavy as far as mixes is concerned.
Absolutely, and that might be coming back to bite him. Getting Yukiko out of there once again. She's only sitting at 1 fire stack.
That's the thing, it's just been this constant lockdown here from Gatorade as he's trying to find a way in. Oh, that's gonna be a punish. Seth is gonna be going down. Pico. 1 Agi stack, but level 4 resonance.
Will she get to use it? I do not think so.
Nah, he needs to pick up. I always drop this, yeah. Yep.
I mean, I know the players can do that.
Well, I mean, being able to activate this resonance, giving Gatorade's life, is actually super valuable for Titan. Does not have the optimal float techniques. Watch your toes. Come back here. Smart resonance.
Very good. Getting out of that situation. That's going to be death.
Yes, and Gatorade with this.
Sorry.
What? Susanoo. Honestly, the play is just like, I almost just want to call it raw fundies. Because like, he's really not trying to get anything super crazy started as far as mix. We're not seeing like any God Press setups. There's no like Hazama high-low game going on. It's just like, no, Hazama on paper does chains. He flies around the screen and he has a nice 4P. Susanoo on paper has nice buttons and big dammy whammy. Do you have a counterplay for it? It's just like, it seems like the fundamentals are so solid. It's carrying him over here. He's up 2-1, forcing the main team out of chitin. No time for intros. We're going straight to it. Here we go, game 4.
I mean, yeah, let's see how this team goes against, like, a team that Chitin's definitely, played to proficiency, essentially. Good shot.
Oh, so close to confirming, but gets the bait on the Hilda DP, but no confirm. Okay, a throw. No combos.
It's just purely just him getting hits.
I don't know, man. This Hazama is interesting. Okay, but that is looking less like GME and more like Bitcoin there for Titan. 8 stacks. Definitely to the moon. Is that a punish? No, definitely safe on that.
It's 2x. Wasn't normal.
Just chain in the meme look. Oh, I was gonna say if he could just get a combo here, that'd be really, really big. Very nice with punish there from Titan with the falling pain on the chains. This can go either way. Okay. Oh, that's not a punish on the Hilda, but no confirm from Chitin. These straight hits.
And you play this team. Come on.
Need to lead it to a kill. Just Gatorade able to hang on. Finally, no throw. It was a throw bait. The conditioning Hilda on a sliver now. Will any character die? 26 seconds for Rampage. Wow. It's the straight hit of Yukiko's 5P making contact there.
Good chicken block to get out of that situation. And Hilda's down. It's 1v1.
Oh my god.
Oh, I was expecting Mirage down right there, quite honestly. What?
What? So that was quite good. No way, doesn't combo though. He doesn't have a combo.
If he had a combo, he would have killed.
Gatorade whips the 2B in front of Yukiko. No.
He did it.
My oh my.
He did it. I have no words. He actually did it.
Oh, what? Cheat. Cheat. Snake? Snake? Snake?
Hey, that's fitting considering who's on the screen right now.
Oh my god. Gatorade taking a 3-1 over Chitin with Hazama Susanoo. And I don't have any words for it. I have 0 words for that match. It's just man, those hits just added up one after. Like I said, there was not really much of a game plan there. It was just fundies. He's like, Hazama does the chain, I have no combos, but I know Hazama does the chain, all right? Yeah, he has that anti-air chain too. Just, get some of that in there, sprinkle in some Susanoo buttons. Oh, yep, that Susanoo 6P is pretty good, and it worked out. That was something else.
Yeah, it sure was. I can't even talk. I can't even say anything in response to what I just saw. What was that set?
Sure for what that set was. But regardless, it moves Gatorade into loser semis, and he'll be fighting the winner of the gauntlet that is determined by Detective Crow and E2 Deku's match, and the winner of that fights Shirzul, and then the winner of that will fight this mystery monster, Gatorade 24. Hazama Susanoo player, by the way. And in terms of that Detective Crow E2 Deku match, is that happening off stream, Mr. Cheap?
There is a development going on. I will get back to you in just a moment with that.
Okay, well, as that develops, we can see if we can fit in a little bit of a Matcherino show here. Look, I'll type it in, ! Master Chief if you're new around here. There's other commands, Matcherini, Matcherino, it all pulls up. This wonderful page E30 is pulled up for you guys right now. Light blue button in the top right. You click it. What do? You don't click it. First, you scroll down and then you copy the code WNF_O21_4 BBTAG. Control C. Then you scroll back up. Light blue button in the top right there. You click it. Sign in through a multitude of ways. Type in your credentials through one of those options. Control V. You paste it in there. Boom. Free 50-cent donation to the pot. It's pretty cool. We got $13 there for now, so we thank you all to people that have donated so far. And there's even more ways to donate free money to the pot. Check out that sidebar. There's plenty of partners that you could retweet and follow that also donates free money. It's pretty cool. And if you want to do a direct donation like JGotchaBT has done, you can do that, and we would greatly appreciate that token of generosity. And generosity goes a long way, especially if you are a manga reader or a charm collector. Check it out. Look at the bottom there, the Matcherino Marketplace. Titan Books always hooks us up with the latest and greatest manga releases, and boy, do they have some great titles there for you. The Loner Life in Another World series, the Shet Datsuki Riki Saki-san series, My Dad's Queen of All VTubers, Uzamaid, Our Maid is Way Too Annoying, and Gotcha Girl Core, all for your viewing and reading pleasure. And of course, those chains and keychains and charms that I was talking about from Fate Go, Girls Frontline, Princess Connect, Azure Lane, and Quintessential Quintuplets. Lovely, lovely merchandise we have here in the Matcherino Marketplace. But before you scroll down, be sure to look up, copy that code WNF_O21_4 BBTAG, and make that free 50-cent donation. All right, did I stall long enough, Chief?
Yeah. E2 Deku and Detective Crow will be playing on stream.
All right.
I think this is one of the first times I've seen Detective Crow actually get on stream at Wednesday Night Fights.
That could be true. Detective Crow has joined a couple of these WNF, just, rack it as it has with the stream matches as they have it. I don't know if they've been on stream. There's too many tournaments for me to keep track of to state that as a definitive fact, but either way, we're happy to see them here up against E2 Deku to see who's going to move into that loser's quarterfinal spot. We're jumping into it. Game 1.
Absolutely, and yeah, E2 Deku having momentum, getting that first, but also Detective Crow getting that back as well.
And so I think we're in store for a fireworks of a match here. These two are kind of cut from the same cloth in terms of their playstyle. Very, very momentum-heavy players, and willing to go for some eccentric options on the defensive, a barre, if you want to call it. Check out the corner.
Oh no, just a grab. All right, good option to get out of that sandwich situation, and yeah, get in the corner as well.
Akatsuki for sandwich here. Does the BZO uncontested there from E2 Deku. Woo! The latter part of the gun blast.
That's the throw.
Uh-oh.
But I didn't finish the rest of my sentence.
Uh-oh. Yang Xiaolong. She's
like
gaming.
And like I said before, Akatsuki can't parry that move.
Bruh. He perfectly spaced out the burning gold, knowing that it would punish Akatsuki but be out of range for Adachi's 4A.
I don't know, that's gaming. That's just gaming right there.
Truly. Wow, guys, confirmed!
You're in trouble
Yeah,
now.
Detective Crow seeing that the burst was an option and thus trying to make sure that even though Ruby did die, he just still wanted to be sure nonetheless.
Dude, he telling you, man, when he activates Semblance, it's only E2 Deku's jump B. E2 Deku's Semblance jump B is like, it's a signature move. It's a special move. Like, I don't know what to say.
I mean, yeah, it's a special move in the fact that you're trying to contest this, then die.
The overhead, oh yeah, but oh, very nice 5B post throw big Chet from Detective Crow. Instantly confirmed into the Astral, and they'll be taking game 1 with a statement.
Now, if you had to take the first game, as and sort of like just make your presence known, that's definitely the way to do it. If that was if that was Detective Crow's first game on stream at Wednesday Night Fights, that is definitely the impression you want to make.
Yes, come in here swinging. Good first game there for Detective Crow. Went down to the wire both ways, all things considered. So definitely be interesting to see how this game 2 shapes up into Deku winning the round start scenario yet again.
I feel like almost every round start was just getting each Deku, like from that.
Dude.
I hate that she has armor on that. Why does she have armor on her anti-air?
I don't know.
Well, in any case, not being put in a good situation, but still punishing the 5C with the super. Like,
God, this character is beautiful.
that is a word. Probably not the word I would use, but that is a word. Ichideku just really making the most of the armor that Yang has. Oh, gets with the net play. 5C into DP. You trying to punish? No. Clash? Yeah, Clash. how did you not expect Clash?
Too bad. You're not gonna beat us like that.
私とお姉ちゃんが組めば無敵なのだ。次はワイ
Atkins, are you there? Atkins?
Hello?
Okay, I couldn't hear a single thing from you for a bit. Hold on.
Get ready.
Are you okay? Hello?
Hello?
Well,
I can hear you now. I couldn't hear you for a while.
I'm good to go, man.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm 100% positive. Just like E2 Deku's hit ratio, 100% positive. No misses. Insanity.
So, whiffs the Heat Riser and he's going to be super punished.
Carried to the corner. Oh boy, has 4 bars on this conversion. I can barely focus.
You gonna be anti-hero? No? Oh.
No interrupt. Interesting. Oh my gosh, just go for super. Don't get hit by the reverse hit. Okay, yeah, smart. Yeah, wait for it to whiff.
I know, that was pretty smart to just go for that route as well.
Holy
oh
crap.
My god, that traded. If
Do it to me. I can't handle another one.
If that didn't trade, Adachi was dead and Akatsuki was gonna be, oh my god. God, this is weird. How does he get away with it? He can't keep getting away with it. But he's going to keep getting away with it. You know why? Because he's E2 Deku. God.
Here we go. Another E2 victory with Yang Xiao. I thought he jumped beat there.
Dude, I'm just gonna do another JC. I'm just gonna do another JC here in a second, and it's gonna work for some reason.
At the throw, trying to stay calm here. Look at this monster in front of him. There it is.
Oh, there it is. Okay, that gets throw baited, and Detective Throw is just barely taking the win, moving up 2-1 in this set. This is insane.
Yo, who got some Nasonex? My nostrils are clogged. My face is wet. It's full of tears and sweat. I can't do this for much longer. Please.
Are you gonna be okay?
I think so. Yang is so funny.
This is the thing of beauty. This is the thing of beauty that we're witnessing. Let me tell you.
Oh man.
I'm glad I could be here on the mic with you for this.
All right. Nice counter throw here from Crow. Okay, gonna be going into the power charge. All right. Yeah, I like it. Controlling the space, calling that Akatsuki, 4P, covering all the options.
What? Okay, what hit the burst?
I have no explanation. Alright, but this is very fantastic snowball and recovery here from Detective Crow. Getting some solid hits on Ruby. She is very close to a hit away from dying. Very good recognition.
He could have supered.
Facts.
This is gonna hurt. Full resources on deck.
Perfect, recognizing that spacing that the 2 is gonna hit.
Oh, just gave Yang the boy.
He is. Oh yeah, just make. No, you're not in range.
Did that hit from behind?
Reverse.
All right, Yang is out. I'm not quite sure why E2 Deku was just running forward and just holding the direction, but that cost him the Yang and the game ultimately.
Detective Crow. Truly, nerves of steel for taking that match 3-1 in the way that he did, given the stuff that was happening on that screen. Undeterred, sticking to the game plan, solid. They will be moving up to losers quarterfinal. But E2 Deku, please join every tournament I commentate for the rest of my life.
You know,
watch you play for years.
Honestly, I'm inclined to agree. I need more of that cursed energy in my life.
This isn't the first, like I said, E2 Deku, I'm mostly familiar with Guzman's tournaments. He ended Guzman's tournaments a lot. Like PC Tag and Chill Grand Finals was like E2 Deku, that Scrub David for like 7 weeks straight or something. It's just like, we've always seen the interactions. I've seen this man absorb an entire Rachel super. I've just seen it all. E2 Deku is the gift that keeps on giving. I love watching him play.
Yeah, good stuff. And like I said, it's just solid connection overall. I'm really glad that was the case because up there in, I don't know what part of Canada. I think it's British Columbia, if I remember correctly. But yeah, just surprisingly good connection from there. So glad that we were, sort of expanded the northern range of Wednesday Night Fights to allow E2 Deku to be able to participate and provide us with some very good cursed energy tonight.
Man, this. I think the other thing is recency. Like, this is too much Cursed Gang content for me to take in over like a 24-hour period. Because I just saw Razo's run yesterday with the Yang card when it gets Eshi, and that, oh my god, it's just like, Yang is a hilarious character, but just having Razo's interaction immediately followed up with the Yang play that I'm seeing tonight, I don't know if my heart can take it. but Detective Crow is one that is able to take it and make sense of it. As I'm guessing they're going to be playing next up against Scherzel.
That is correct. I mean, that is the only match we have left to be able to stream. So there he is. All right, so Scherzel, Detective Crow. Yeah, I mean, we were focusing a lot on E2 Deku's gang, but Detective Crow was playing pretty solidly, like, throughout that entire set. Like, as we saw, especially, like, at the end there, that was, like, pretty much, like, up until they had both of E2 Deku's characters in the red, like, it was a perfect game.
Exactly. That's what made the gameplay from Detective Crow so impressive. Because, like, just based off the interactions, it looked like Deku Chaos was running in full motion, but no, Detective Crow was just, you know, kind of taking it for what it is, saying, okay, Yang things are happening, but I still got my Adachi, I still got my Akatsuki, I'm gonna stick with it. I'm trying to set up these sandwiches, get these unblockables, and we really saw it come to fruition in that game for us. So see if they're able to, you know, mimic similar qualities of that match. Here against Scherzel, already starting out very strong with a happy birthday.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately Yosuke did fall out, but still able to get some good solid damage, 8.5k on the Adachi.
Oh my gosh, tagged by that 6P. Yeah, that is one that you don't want to get hit by when Yosuke and Adachi are on the screen. The Yosuke 6P with Adachi to follow. No bit confirmed, but still got a hit afterwards. He's Katsuki in. He's still swinging. Oh boy.
Not quite dead, but it's going to be very close, putting Yosuke into critical status. Yeah, one solid hit should be it.
Wow, that was amazing!
That was
the anti on the V slash.
That was incredibly smart.
Perfect defense on the hard to blockable there for Scherzel. Okay. Yeah, so Scherzel, who's on the back foot here, that's gonna whiff. No punish though. Fantastic, confirmed.
Yeah, good confirm, and should be dead if this connects. Yep.
I like it. Great stuff there from Detective Crow. And that's not the first time that we've seen those. They look really haphazard. They're like these jump, persona drop, Adachi assist instantly into like super confirms from Detective Crow. It's just a solid hit confirm. Like he's always ready for it, making it unburstable. In that sense, you know, is just to get some nice damage on the board. But Detective Crow definitely looking very proficient on this team.
Get ready.
Absolutely. Like, yeah, overall, that was like pretty solid play. Like from the jump, honestly, like being able to get the happy birthday, like, you know, and still able to really keep their corner positioning afterwards.
Yeah.
Keep the pressure going.
And that's big. If you're able to nullify a team like Adachi Yosuke from getting started from the round start, you're in good hands. That was looking pretty precarious there, but sure is able to find the punish.
We're predicting a Zeodine right there, or maybe an assist again. Oh, just a little bit too early on that, but not really getting the confirm.
Oh my, what? Was that fucking B? Oh, he could have killed. Oh boy, I think he recognized afterwards that he could have killed, just went for the panic throw.
Unfortunate, that's going to be Akatsuki going down too.
He's not out of it yet. Oh, is that gonna hit? Who knows what side that even hit on? Oh, boy, the meaty checker from Scherzel.
Quite going to be a kill situation, but going to be very close. Wait,
sure?
is it?
Oh,
No,
yeah,
it's Yosuke.
I don't know, yeah.
It's Yosuke.
Full persona drop. Oh, he caused the active swap. Critical mistake there from Scherzel. And we just have an Adachi mirror. They are playing persona ping pong at this point. Will you fall for my mix? No.
Will you fall for my mix? No.
Oh, but the footsie game, Detective Crow, those persona drops. With punish on the AZO.
Know what you want to do, and you know what I want to do. So who's gonna know?
Detective Crow.
What is That's the game of hopscotch I'm seeing. What is this?
Basically, jump B leapfrog is what we're seeing over here.
I gotta say, Detective Pro is having some real confidence doing these 2Bs with Adachi.
Yeah, he really was trying to like air to ground and like get that 2B to like catch an up back or even on block jump cancel and then like possibly go for a cross up scenario. I don't know, man. The Adachi mirrors are just like it's definitely a clown fiesta. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like they have the Zeos, they have the Persona drop, and they have jump B. Like, what else is there really beyond that, right? What 2C, man throw? Like,
I mean, you got a point, but yeah.
Trims things down, but Scherzo that'll be coming out on top day.
Now, every round start we've been seeing Tatsu from Detective Pro. Are we going to be seeing it again?
I want to see it again. Maybe even see Tatsu. That'd be sick. Not quite like that.
Unfortunate. Big whiff.
Yeah, and a nice punish here from Scherzo. Fully unburstable, but drops a little bit at the ending there. That felt like a drop to me.
Seemed like it was, yeah.
I kind of like the idea to actually beat Tatsu with a Katsuki to avoid that B-slash. Just tags in Adachi. What? All on the TRM. Wow.
Fortunate drop there towards the end of that. But, I mean, still, just really solid defense currently. And as soon as I said he gets hit in the legs. But still, overall, pretty fine play from both players so far.
Yeah, I imagine Scherzo is going to be wanting to save this Yosuke, tagging that Adachi, slow down the pace of this game, and get things started here. Yeah, we see him trying to do just that. Yosuke takes a little love tap on the way out. Woo! Oh my, that does not happen, guys. Adachi 2B punishing the burst. Great routing for Scherzo to believe in it, and it works out. Akatsuki going down.
I've never seen that move be a burst. Until just now.
It's super rare.
Also, very, very good use of the cross combo activation to catch a whiff punish on Vorpal Blade of all things.
Smart stuff. Scherzo looking clean out here. Really, I feel like these games are coming down to a wire in a sense through like the initial parts of it. Like we're seeing both players kind of get some momentum, but truly, you know, as soon as one person kind of gets their game plan started, like Scherzo definitely was able to make big strides off of killing that Akatsuki in the way that they did. And yeah, we're starting to need to see maybe some like unblockables and BZO sets kind of come from Detective Pro, but it could be tough. You know, Yosuke's flying all over the place, and like this is a very, very nice Yosuke enabling team. So.
Absolutely, and just getting caught by the Zeo up in the air as well. And, you know, yeah, you bursted, but you're still going to be taking this BZO.
Yeah, that air AZO just barely sniped on probably like the lowest part of the hitbox. Like,
good combo, tech forward, reset, unfortunate. Drops out of it, and no conversion because that was an air hit, so, no ground tech, or, immediate ground tech from that.
And I love the way that Pro set this up. He did the BZO in the air just to lock down Yosuke, and like was able to enable that throw. What is this combo from Scherzo, yo?
Don't even know, but still able to get some solid hits. I can't believe he was able to burst correctly in that situation.
Detective Pro punishing the Adachi in the back. Yeah, just trying to dictate the pace with these Zeos. Oh, couldn't block the moonsault.
Not quite going to be able to kill with that, though.
Oh, boy. Yeah, man. Yeah, what a confirm there from Scherzo. Keeping it all unburstable, cash and out. And it's just a solo Akatsuki and a dream for Detective Pro. Tall mountain to climb. Not impossible. No confirm.
Oh, no. Okay, if he had the awareness, he could have done Thunderbolt.
Yeah, that would have been situationally better, but still fantastic here. There's a B Tatsu? No, there's A Tatsu in 2 row. And Detective Pro not out of this. Making quick rid of that Dachi. 1v1 situation. Oh boy.
That could have been.
Oh my gosh, he's aiming. He didn't.
I mean, it's fine. He got the throw afterwards, so still going to be able to kill with the Thunderbolt and going to be tying this up 2-2. I got to say, yeah, he could have killed if he had the awareness of how long he had left on Resonance. But I mean, still, good stuff. You know, he saved the meter. That's what he did. He saved the meter.
True. Meter positive. Well, man, given the, like, circumstances of that comeback that needed to happen for Detective Crow, for him to dig deep and make that happen with Akatsuki of all characters is very impressive, as we are now 2-2. Both of these players fighting so hard for this top 4 positioning here.
So I gotta say, we didn't comment on it. That was a really impressive 5B to hit the moonsault in the corner.
Yeah, his 5Bs in general have been on point. I mean, we even saw the 5B hit the B slash of all things here. So Detective Crow showing some proficiency in this matchup.
Absolutely, and just like overall, just really good at catching these assist calls. And unfortunate drop on the burst punish combo on the side of Frizzle. But able to get the happy birthday, but still drops the combo. No, not a problem. But oh man, there's so many combo drops happening here.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing off of the combo drops, the next hit has been hitting for Scherzel, so it really starts to add up over time as Detective Crow will be losing that Adachi. But we've seen this happen. We just saw it happen. Solo Akatsuki against all odds against Team Adachi Yosuke. I mean, can he do it again?
So far, he could have canceled that.
True. Uh-oh, gamer Adachi routes.
Yeah, running out that resonance timer. Oh, I mean, you know, that 5B did pay off because it moved him out of the range of the missile.
Very true. A valiant effort there from Detective Crow and great hustle on the run altogether, but Scherzo will be taking it 3-2 over Crow and moving into that top 4 spot in losers semis. Close match. That really could have gone either way, I feel like. Even with Detective Crow on the back foot in that game 5 with the solo Akatsuki, he just stays zoned in. He's trying to make something happen with those B-Tatsus and those A-Tatsus and everything. And we saw him piece it together in game 4 in a magnificent fashion, but Scherzel just had a bit too much of a life lead there and was able to clutch out that game 5.
All right, and with that, we do have our losers semifinal decided. Caterade versus Scherzul.
Fantastic. Well, Caterade versus Scherzel. I mean, this is a look. What has Caterade had any other matches on stream? What has he been playing this tournament? What is going on? Like, I need to know.
I don't even know.
Like, I wanted to, like, you know, comment on, like, you know, give some normal backstory for this match that we're about to have here. But the only normal thing is Adachi Yosuke from Scherzel here. Solid run leading up to the spot. But Caterade, what's been going on with his run, man? Hazama Susanoo, he hasn't been running that whole tournament, has he?
I hope not.
Man. I mean, right now he has Yosuke Kurogane locked in. I don't know which way he's gonna go.
Honestly, I feel like Caterade is just sort of he's letting the audience decide his team.
Is he?
I don't know.
No,
because I remember seeing something along those lines for the previous one, but I'm not too sure.
Really
I feel
out.
like there might be some outside influence here.
He's on the character select.
My God. I'm looking at the chat right now. He says, okay, when I lose.
I'm pretty sure that was in response to Moneyback's Condo 3. Because he's the one that's pinned the Twitch bucks to request Hazama Kurogane. So it looks like he's stuck with Yosuke Kurogane for now until he loses, and then he'll be going to Hazama Kurogane. Hopefully he doesn't take my suggestion. I didn't spend any Twitch bucks.
Okay.
You have no obligation to do that. I told you not to do that. I won't even mention the team. You don't need to do that. But here we go. Losers, Sammy's action, Scherzo versus Caterade. Game 1. What a way to start it. Oh my gosh, that Kurogane cannot breathe.
I saw Kurogane and he was just lost in like red lightning. What just happened?
Synchronized the V slashes.
That wasn't a V slash, that was a W right there.
That's a bar. Man, Yosuke moves. How do you block it? It's so hard to block, man.
I've blocked it.
Well,
There's evidence that I blocked it.
better than you.
Good active swap. I mean, you know, he had all the time in the world, quite honestly. But, I mean, still very good to just have the recognition to do that. What happened?
Chaos. What a reversal card was that? That was Galaxy Braid there from Gatorade. Oh, smart to air block this. The DP afterwards.
Oh, okay, for a second I thought Kurogane was also dead. Then I remembered, first hit hits both. Everything else like he just DP'd. As soon as he came in, he just DP'd. What is this? What is going on?
He's a genius.
Divide smash.
Gatorade Gaming? Bruh.
Gatorade Gaming.
He held forward on the stick for like 2.79 seconds. And then on that 2.8 second mark, he said, it's time for the jump. And that was just exactly what he needed. Throw bait confirmed. And game 1 for Gatorade off that solo Kurogane comeback. Man.
Like, he crunched the numbers and was like, okay, if I hold forward for this duration, that's the amount of time it's going to take for them to process that I'm doing that. And then they're going to think, oh, he wants to grab me. And then that's when I strike. It's quick math.
It's true. I mean, I suck at math, but Gatorade definitely has crunched the numbers. They know what needs to be done. I mean, even before that, right? Even before that killing blow, just the DP and the resonance and the constant cancels into the EX slashes, just he's something else, this Gatorade.
I don't know what I've been seeing tonight, but all I know is it's been a treat.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been cursed WNF BBTAG action, man. What a tournament.
Can't escape from crossing fate. Fight.
But anyways, game 2 going on right now. Both of them doing their synchronized dolphin whatever dance, whatever you want to call it. What was that combo just now? What happened?
Where are we going on this ender tech catch? Yeah. Okay. Very nice moonsault and 6P confirmed here. You know, questionably, if he hadn't have active swapped, he might have gotten a burst punch.
Might have. Yo, good tick throw coming from Gatorade right now, getting the Phantom Pain, going to keep on getting the damage going. That was almost 6K off of the throw. I hate that mix-up, let me tell you, I really do.
It's so good. Like, because the thing is, even if you know it's coming and you call it out and block it, it's a forced sandwich scenario. So the mix is only beginning.
Absolutely, and it looks like off of that DP, Gatorade is going to be going down for that, losing to Kurogane. So, look, I know Yosuke super barely does damage, but I at least know that would have killed. I can't believe that worked.
He just did it, Gatorade. Solo Yosuke come back? Okay. Scherzo says, get that out of here. Moonsaults. Over here.
I'm pretty sure he's going to be calling cross combo in order to just run out. What?
And you were saying? I
need to shut up. I just need to shut up. I say this every time and I don't actually just shut up. I keep talking.
my gosh, anti-air here from Caterade. Is he really gonna make this happen with the solo Yosuke?
It's possible.
Okay. Oh yes, fantastic confirmed.
Did I say it was possible? I meant it's impossible.
Basically, it's always gonna be the opposite of what you say, Cheap. Always gonna be the opposite. Well,
I have
Scherzel.
no words.
I
feel like I should just shut up anytime I'm on commentary. and I say, oh, he's really good on defense. Oh, he's gonna make this comeback. No, they're gonna die. And then when I say they're gonna die, no, they don't die.
Get ready.
That's the way of the world.
And okay, so it looks like viewers' choice did end up coming to fruition. We do have Hazama Kuragane.
Yeah.
I'm saying that with a lot of contempt right now.
Once this fight's over, you and me.
I'm loving the colors though. This is fantastic.
Very good color coordination. Let me tell you.
Both cosplaying that Shirogane. This was influence from Moneybag's Connor G over here. All right, so this was their pick. Caterate listened to it. I mean, so far, I was about to say this team is just enabling his Azama combos all of a sudden. That was almost filthy.
That was almost actually dirty. Holy shit. Okay, for a second I was very worried that somehow there would be a reverse hitbox on that. Which there is.
Oh, this is a fake out. Didn't quite go for the sandwich. Caterate blocked it though. Oh my god. You gotta be careful. Oh, let's go of that block. Not quite sure what the conversion was there.
With the routing and the positioning, I that would have been pretty difficult, quite honestly.
Let's see.
Watches him with the chain. He's just gonna be flying around, isn't he? Is that the gameplay? The Kuragane 4D coming in clutch. That should be a dead turkey.
Yo, he has combos. Did he like lab it in his like spare time or something? What's going on here? Yo, forced sandwich? Okay. Very nice call here from Scherzel. Not taking that mix.
I like how Hazami was in the background with his hand on his chin, like, interesting. Taking this hit. Nah, I'm not gonna help him.
It's a very Hazama thing to do.
Absolutely.
Dude, seriously, where are the combos coming from? I mean, there's a drop, but that was like 6.5k. That's like a 400% increase.
No, that was actually like the right thing to do too. That he did. Like, it's just a shame that it was apparently just barely mistimed. But yeah, that was the Hazama thing to do.
Gatorade. Oh my gosh. Came to the simple one. Didn't have it, but still has the anti-airs.
It's really weird seeing Hazama anti-airs because the Hazamas I usually play do not anti-air.
The call out. I mean, there's not that many of them at this point. You know, Hazama was definitely like a kind of a meta definer in that 1.0 with the path to piece and everything. You know, since then he's gone to more niche comps, but yeah, I guess universal throughout. They just no anti-airs inside, huh?
Usually no. Also, I want to point out something. I saw in the chat, Rock said the West Coast is the coast. Rock said, West Coast is the coast of Ragna? Nah, it's the coast of Yosuke's. You two, the Yosuke's that are in this bracket are in Texas. They're not on the West Coast.
Yep. You know what's crazy? Texas doesn't even have a coast. We don't claim them. Ask the East Coast. They don't claim them either. No coast Texas. Imagine. Ooh. Nice confirm here off the 4P. This is solid momentum built here for Scherzel. Ooh, forcing the sandwich. Wasn't able to confirm off that free Adachi jump. Hey, this is where things can get scary. Use the cross cover to bring Hazama closer.
What an anti-air with the Kuragane, go right into Phantom Pain. Unfortunate drop, but still, that was a good amount of damage on that Adachi.
Not bad at all. Oh my gosh, yeah, goes for it again. Not getting any cursed active frame stuff going.
Unfortunate first. It's gonna be a dead Furigane. If he chooses to do the... Yeah, okay.
Yosuke Super!
I was just looking at that combo timer and I was like, is he gonna fall out?
Not quite. In fact, just captured a measly 13.5k. Ooh!
Trying to go for a grab. Scherzel having the answer for that. Not quite going to kill. Fortunately dropping that combo. But still putting a Gatorade in this Samus situation. And somehow getting out of it. But how do you block Yosuke? Trick question. You don't.
Yeah. Yes. That's just about how that question ends there with that answer. And I mean, Scherzel able to tie it up 2-2 now. I mean the fine print. The fine print for the Connor's clause here, right? Does Gatorade have to stick to the Hazama? Is he gonna switch from the Hazama? What is he gonna do? I mean, this is for top 3, right? Winner of this goes into loser's final. They're in the money. The question is, what is Gatorade going to do with their back up against the wall? What will they switch to?
See, E30 already cashed in and said play Goat Custom. That's a different game, buddy. But Connor redeemed another one and said play a good team.
I don't like what's going on here. You know, Gatorade came back taking viewer requests, really the crowd pleaser here, and critical existence failure. The first reply has requested the kanji tank.
Okay, see, the thing is, you know, he's been winning these matches.
It's true. He's a game away from top 3. I don't know. Especially like against this team comp, running kanji tank into this is like critical resistance failure just wants to see the world burn, man.
Well, if he wants to see the world burn, I want to see him win. Just because he's doing the crowd pleaser thing and he's even played these characters. Like,
I have seen him play kanji. I think he was playing Narukami kanji at one point.
I mean, whatever the case may be, he's got. Oh, never mind. I didn't say anything. What are you talking about? I didn't say anything that was going to be painting him in a positive light. No, of course not.
Oh my god, the chair is swing and a miss. Oh,
I mean, it hit the assist though.
True.
But now he doesn't have burst.
He's just been stuck in this corner with Tank. He can't get out, and oh boy, not the position you want to be in. Tank is gone. Can't get out of this corner. BZO and Yosuke. What? Where? I think he came in with Yosuke in the corner, and he had to do with that BZO. That was disgusting.
Good defense on that active swap. Unfortunately, getting hit by the JV. And yeah, not much kanji can do in this situation, especially whenever you're with a DP like that. That is going to be very close to dead. In fact, I would go so far as to say that is dead.
Yes, absolutely. Kunai with chain. Into nothing. He has a chance. He's running. He's a going.
He's running as fast as his legs can carry him, which is not very fast, let me tell you. But unfortunately, run as fast as you can. You cannot catch Yosuke, the gingerbread man.
I hate it. Cheap Christmas. Christmas was like 39 days ago.
Oh, we're counting the days now?
Yeah, I just really like Christmas.
You think I care? That it was that long ago?
Yo, Master Grinch over here. I mean,
hey, you're the one saying I can't do Christmas. Is that Christmas? Wait, that's not Christmas.
The gingerbread man?
Not necessarily.
Gingerbread. Cheap. It's already been a cursed enough night. Don't do this to me. I don't want to have this debate. How is the gingerbread man not associated with Christmas?
I never associate with him with Christmas, quite honestly.
You 30. I know we haven't been doing polls all night for matches, but if you could do me one favor,
What's
run
up,
a poll
Agnes?
here in real time. Ask the chat if the gingerbread man is associated with Christmas. So I'm pretty sure he is.
Okay, let me get a poll going.
Thank you. Anyways, congratulations to Scherzel, solidifying that top 3 placement. Don't be in losers finals.
So is it?
Apparently, no. I just looked it up. I am incorrect in this.
Oh, no. I need my ratio. Here. All right.
Okay. Okay. Someone's vindictive.
I'll leave it up for 5 minutes.
Okay. Fair enough.
So is the gingerbread man associated with Christmas?
Yes, that is the question at hand.
All right. Okay, poll's going.
All right, cool. While that's underway, winner side, Guzman versus Rox. Guzman having the tournament run of his life, in this sense defending SoCal on that winner's final spot, with just only dropping 1 game so far, and it was to Square. Right, this has just been a very, very nice winner's run here for Guzman, and who they're meeting in this winner's final spot is the returning champ, Rox, also having a crazy run in their side of the bracket, also only dropping 1 game. So both of these two have been pretty much like not able to be penetrated. Like they're just like super solid in terms of their runs, but now they're going to be clashing. So this is definitely going to be an exciting one to watch.
Okay, don't tell him to start yet, because I do want the predictions to. I do want the bets for top 3.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Well, we can do a match arena show. That would probably be perfect timing.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, cool. Well, here we go, guys. Exclamation point Match Reno in the chat. Be sure to use that code WNFO21_4 BBTAG for the free 50-cent donation. If you haven't already, we're winding down, so be sure you get that donation in before the night is through. It'll donate some free money to the pot. You just click that nice light blue contribute button in the top right, copy and paste the code accordingly, and we'll be good to go. And of course, there's other ways to donate free money to the pot. Be sure to check out the right-hand side there. It will, if you retweet and follow multitude of our sponsors, that could also donate free money. If you want to donate directly, do a direct donation to the pot, that would be much appreciated. We would all be grateful for that, and you can receive something for that direct donation if you'd like. If you're in the marketplace, perusing around, there's some goodies down there. Chitin Books always hooking us up with some very nice manga for your viewing pleasure. The Lord of Life and Another World series, the Shed That Skin Read Saki-san series, Uzumade Are Made His Way Too Annoying, My Dad's Queen of All VTubers, and Gotcha Girl Core, and of course plenty of charms keychains from Cell, courtesy of Quintessential Quintuplets, Girls Frontline, Fate Go, Azure Lane, and Princess Connect, all in the Match Reno marketplace, all a part of the Match Reno. Before you scroll down, be sure to use that code WNFO21_4 BBTAG for the free 50-cent donation.
Okay, so just so I can get the predictions going as well, I will end the poll early.
Okay.
All right.
What was the results of that poll?
91% of people said yes.
I see. Okay. Just was asking for a friend.
All right. Before they
Literally
start,
never heard the story. I only know that phrase.
No, it's okay. You learn something new every day. I'm not gonna hold it against you. I just needed the final say there.
Okay, Atkins. Is this coming from somewhere? Did I do something to you recently?
You haven't done anything.
all right, they can start. Place your bets.
Why are people saying Yosuke is the new West Coast character? What in the world?
Okay, I mentioned this earlier, but you do realize that every coalition of someone trying to say that Ragnar is no longer this character coast has been squashed by the Ragnar brain cell. I just want to let people know that. So you can try all you want. It's not going to happen.
Oh right, I forgot I'm a mod. I can't participate in the prediction betting. This sucks.
I mean, I can unmod you, you know.
I highly advise against doing that.
Why would you announce that?
That's what I said last time he offered me that. It's the worst idea possible.
Well, I did that with intention this time around.
Well, winners finals action is underway. Guzman versus Rox. Guzman fighting for the hardest locale, right? They have the Ragna locked in. They are trying to, you know, stop this Yosuke uprising because he's just surrounded by Yosuke's all around. Rox and winners, there's a Scherzo looming in losers. He needs to be careful.
I'm never putting you on commentary ever again.
Is everything okay?
You know exactly what you just sent me right now. No. Okay. Anyways, moving on. Guzman Gaming being put in a sandwich situation by Rox. Currently not entirely the best decision, but getting Ragnar punished by the DHC and going to be killed for that, actually. See, the thing is, I know Guzman was trying to take a page out of Scrub's book, but that only works if you're playing as Ragnar doing Carnage Scissors.
Yes. Quote unquote safe DHC. Oh man, and you know, I appreciate, you know, trying to put the Ragnar pride out there, you know, fight against this Yosuke uprising and have Ragnar be the solidified character for the West Coast. But we're gonna need more than that. The Yosuke army, they're a tough bunch. They are a tough bunch. Rox is no slouch. And I mean, the thing is, Scherzo is looming down there too. You gotta come correct. And I mean, if it needs to be a temporary Yang play, I mean, that's fine. But I do appreciate the effort of keeping the Ragnar, the Ragnar consistency strong here on the West Coast, since this is the coast of Ragnar.
You can sub in for him if you want.
Man, is there a Ragnar versus Yosuke crew battle in the works here? What is happening?
I mean, that's certainly what it's seeming to be according to the chat, because they're constantly saying, oh, Yosuke's the new West Coast character. No, he isn't. Nobody who is playing Yosuke is from the West Coast.
Of course. I get to
Gosh,
with you.
battle for the West, Ragnars versus Yosuke's.
Let's get this ball rolling.
Can't escape from crossing fate.
Here we go. Game 2. Guzman is on the Yang. Oh my. Guzman is very notably good at that. Like, off of a scramble situation, he will just do the Yang command throw active swap because he knows you're scared. He knows that you're going to be grounded and either blocking or DP. And that option beats both of those. He's so good at that.
Okay, also, nobody in the bracket, people. I'm not talking about in general. Vivian doesn't play this game. Awuga doesn't play Yosuke anymore. GC Yoshi, does he actually play this game? Anyways, why am I arguing with the chat? I need to commentate this match. And Guzman's stuck in a happy birthday, going to be taking a lot of damage, and just super. Yeah, he saw that was a lot of damage. Oh my god.
Burns. Okay. Very nice versus DP. That's Rox. Oh no, he wasn't blocking. Yes, that team does enforce respect from full screen as Ruby goes down. And it's solo Yang. She's semblance. She's resonance up. Can he channel some E2 Deku energy? Nah, it's Guzman gaming energy. But what does that equate to? I like it so far. Taking the spots. Oh, there's the answer.
Very good anti-air from Rox. Not quite going to be able to kill. And was that? I feel like that was trying to be a reset situation from Rox right there. Wow, good conversion off of that JB, and going to be able to get the kill off to take game 2.
There it is. Solid stuff there from Rox. They're a game away from moving into Grand Finals territory. They are closing in on being repeat champ here at WNF.
I mean, that is true, but this is only winners finals. This isn't grands yet.
True. You know, closing in on being in a nice position to possibly be a repeat champ here at WNF. Throw all the hypotheticals in my statement.
Wait, when did Guzman get a game? I'm looking at the.
Yeah, I messed up.
Okay.
All good.
Well, Ruby, you having fun yet?
Of course.
I'm tired of this. It's
Well, here we go. Guzman. It's their first time being down 2 games. Again, you know, their side of the bracket, they only lost 1 game to square in round 1, and they've been on fire ever since. Can they pull it together? Can they reverse sweep? Access some of that energy they had for the entirety of the winner's run to take down Rocks. It has just been on a roll here with this Adachi Yosuke, keeping Guzman constantly under pressure, cycling the Oki and options very well.
Just holding forward and surprisingly not being punished active. Oh, I saw the character pose right there. Tried to active swap out of that situation, but unfortunately getting caught. Not quite going to be able to kill. Going to be put in burn status, and unfortunate, not able to burst in time to get Yang out of there. Going to be losing her, and Rox is really on point with these anti-airs.
Yeah, he's just playing so incredibly well. Guzman just can't manage to get really anything started. And I mean, it's not even like, there are some setups that we have seen come from Rox, like the one that's happening right now, but I think he's just been really dictating the pace of the match all around, just shutting Guzman down. That is a big whiff though. Will be punished here by Guzman Gaming.
Gonna be getting some good damage off. Oh, gets the throw bait as well. Going to be killing off Yosuke.
That's even bigger. 1v1 scenario against Adachi. This is a great position for Guzman now. Oh my gosh. Yeah, just resistance damage and corner carry. Not bad.
Catching in that meter too. Good throw tech. Oh, unfortunate. I feel like he tried to anti-air. That could have been an Astral. If Rox really wanted to send a message, that could have been an Astral.
It could have been. Fortunately for Guzman, it was not. Unfortunately for Guzman, and fortunately for Rox, that is a 3-0 win. Rox going to be moving into that grand finals on winner's side. And I have anxiety, Cheap, because I don't want to see the chat or experience the phenomenon that is Adachi Yosuke Mirror's grand finals, but it's on the table. Guzman, it's on his shoulders to defend that from being the reality, from being the end-all be-all of this WNF Online episode 4, but I'm just anxious. I'm anxious.
For our sake, I hope that doesn't happen, but we'll just have to see, quite honestly.
Absolutely. But yeah, we have seen. So the thing is, you know, I've been in talk with Guzman and plenty of others about this Adachi Yosuke comp, because it is just a comp that is so prevalent, like beyond the last year or so. And it's something that you have to come in with a game plan against, because the team is just like so dominant. There's so many players of it. If you're entering an online tournament, you know, you have to expect that you're going to be running against that team from somewhere, right? It may be a Rox, it may be a Scherzel, it may be a Malaklak, it may be like one of these players who are strong in their own right and play this team. So Guzman has the experience, right? He has the experience against the Adachi Yosuke. The issue is executing, and like that could be tough. The team really forces you to be on point, recognize ways that you get out of the pressure, and
Get ready. Get ready.
oh man, this is quite the turn of events. I did not expect the Guzman heel turn. He's embraced Adachi, going with Adachi Ruby.
Justice will be swift.
just
I mean,
Can't escape from
if you want to
crossing fate.
defeat the evil, you must become evil.
take it away.
Here we go, Guzman Gaming on that Ronald McDonald Adachi.
Do what you got. Do what you got.
Oh, dives straight into the punish. Scherzel, moving, grooving. Resonance activation. Reverse Zeo?
Don't even know what the heck just happened there. Oh,
Just happened. Who touched my spaghetti? What is happening? Oh boy, yep, we breaks, give me that first. I'll make this meterless if you ask me to. And Scherzel, big jump B. The Guzman Gaming hill turn, not enough to stop the Adachi Yosuke armor. Not plot armor. Please don't let them have plot armor. This Yosuke Adachi army. And we move one game closer to Yosuke Adachi mirrors for grand finals.
I start shooting people in the chat.
We might have to, man.
I feel like I should start doing that. Because it's currently a war zone. What happened to Guzman?
He says he needs to fix his stick 1 sec.
Okay. Alright.
Well, yeah, this is definitely a good way to start here for Scherzel. That was a pretty convincing game. Guzman is now on the back foot. And they still have the same issue at hand. You know, how are they going to overcome Adachi Yosuke? And I mean, it's even, not only that, you know, it's a different type of Adachi Yosuke than Rocks. They aren't the same player. It's looking rough out here. But he has come back. The stick is fixed. He's committed. He's committed. He's committed to the Adachi Ruby.
Like I said, to defeat the evil, you must become the evil.
Fair enough. Scherzel, stop dancing and ready up. Okay, here we go. Game 2.
It is currently a war zone in the chat right now, and I am very much thinking about bringing out the artillery.
I think we're gonna need it.
Okay, going into, what is this, game 2?
This would be game 2.
Okay.
Oh, yay.
All right. Ketchup and mustard Adachi Guzman Gaming. Oh, Ruby tied in the back. Oh my gosh, forced sandwich too? Okay, the Yosuke was out, so there wasn't too much mix to worry about, but this is great pacing for Scherzel.
Good assist to cover the Adachi. I'm surprised that low didn't even hit, because it looked like it should have before the push block. Anyways, yeah, Guzman getting some pressure started, getting the Bizio. Good DP from Scherzel.
Yeah, that's just not gonna hit. That is the significance of that setup. It's like once that 6P makes contact, you just kind of gotta hold that. Like,
seriously, am I looking at rocks here because I'm seeing the exact same tendencies?
it could be. It could be, man. Oh my gosh, Scherzel, confirmed. Down to Guzman Gaming with the Adachi, not to be confused with Adachi Gaming.
Oh, you was mashing. He's dead.
There it is. The Adachi goes down. We move yet another game closer to Adachi Yosuke Grand Finals. The hope of preventing this fate would be in the hands of Guzman Gaming 1. One might say a twitch.tv/Guzman Gaming 1. What will he pull out of the hat to prevent this fate that looms? Okay, the game did not update for me, so it looked like he locked in the Adachi Ruby yet again. And it was...
Yeah, that's what I saw too. Also, I see him peeking there in the corner there. I see him. I see the Guzman peek.
True.
Yeah, I added that like in the middle of last match.
Well, Ruby, you having
Well,
fun yet?
So if the worst possible outcome happens, do I need to pull an Akuma here? Is that what happened? What we're gonna do?
Can't
I don't know what we do. I don't think we ever imagined that we would be challenged for the character of SoCal to be Yosuke of all. Ooh, okay, well, we're not
can't
getting
believe-
it cheap.
I can't believe that beat 2A.
It was an orbital. We're playing Tekken out here. Oh boy. Nice.
Good defense.
Amazing defense. It was the 5P that hit, but we tech out of it. Guzman.
Okay.
2B. Oh boy.
Oh, just letting the BZO rock, it looks like. And Yang kind of confused as to where to go. For a second I thought Yosuke was about to stay in. Oh no, he fell out. That could have been a kill.
It seemed like he was trying to route the combo with an early boss saw to keep Yosuke in, but it kind of messed up his timings on everything else, so he wasn't able to finish the combo in the first place. But beautiful reversal super here from Guzman. And what a nice finish there as he gets his first game on the board.
So fun.
And yeah, that is a good check. You know, you don't want to, if you can manage it, you don't want to let Adachi get away with those free BZOs, because it just puts you in a way worse position than it needs to be. You know, no one wants to be blocking BZOs in the first place. So good on Guzman, recognizing the situation, calling it out, and getting their first game on the board to prevent chaos.
Get ready.
Oh my gosh, yo, this is, what has this WNF spawned?
Why is Texas saying what West Coast character is supposed to be? I don't understand this logic.
I don't understand either. How are you going to dictate the pace of the coast when you're not only not a part of the coast, you don't have a coast? No one claims Texas. We've been over this.
Fight. Let's go.
Game 4.
Guzman's still in it.
Come on.
There's too much tension around me. There's tension in the match. There's tension in the chat. I can barely focus. I need 4 pairs of eyes and 2 brains in order to process all of this.
I completely sympathize with that. Believe me, there's a lot going on with this. Is this dead? No. Okay. Yeah, had to burst out, otherwise Yang was definitely going to die.
Oh, that's a DP bait, and he has 5 bars. Oh, that could have been way more, but maybe it was all according to Keikaku. Gets the first from Yosuke. Wow. Wow? Oh, no, he believed so hard at the DP.
So that's going to be a dead Yang, and soon to be a dead Ruby joining her.
Is this combo gonna kill? Have we reached true chaos as Scherzel is taking a 3-1 over Guzman Gaming to move on to Grand Finals to face Rocks in WNF Online Edition, Episode 4.
And thank you everyone for tuning in. This has been WNF Online Edition 2021, Episode 4. No, I'm just kidding. Wait, you're right, Connor. Check this out, guys.
Folks, stay safe, stay beautiful.
Tell your friends and family. Drink your water. Tell your friends and family you love them. And most importantly, shout outs to Bird Gang. Oh my god.
Man.
I can't believe you're doing this.
I can't believe this is happening.
This is what happens. There's too much that happened in the bracket that enabled this, guys. Scrub got locked out of his house. Cheap didn't make it at even 16.
I had work, okay? It's been a long ass day for me.
Understandable.
Don't pin this on me, buddy.
I'm not pinning blame. I'm just stating the
You
circumstances.
literally said there's been things that happened that caused this. That is spitting blame.
It's not blame. I'm just stating the circumstances of the atmosphere that have allowed for this uprising to occur. I mean, there's plenty of things that are like a cause and effect, but the cause is not what's something that you blame. It's just simply a matter of fact. And the fact of the matter is, this bracket, the shape-ups that have happened, everything has enabled this grand finals, and I need rocks in the in-game chat saying Yosuke Uprising and shoutouts to Bird Gang. I'm triggered. How do you want me to commentate this if I'm triggered? Can't do it. Shoot him. Shoot. No way.
Okay, let me go in the mod view real quick. Hold on a sec. I need to see people talking in the chat. Okay, let's see. Who is this? Yeah, okay.
God. Start the match.
Can't believe a door and a couple windows prevent. That's what caused this. I'm so sorry, SoCal. I'm so sorry, bro.
Bro. Yo, yo, this should have never happened. You know when it's just like certain stuff that happens in life that just brings sides out of people that you never wish to see. Look at the critical. Oh,
did he really just say we need to replace Cheap and Atkins with Yo?
Yo, they gotta get snuffed. I don't know. The Yosuke players have to get snuffed. I don't know what else to say, Cheap. They gotta get snuffed. This is insane.
Wait, no. You know what it's time for? It's time for hold on.
I hate this. I hate all of this.
Yo, grand finals are still not started. They just keep typing in the chat. Shoutouts to Bird Gang. This is the worst. This is the worst WNF timeline I've ever seen. Oh my gosh. Yo, there we go. Beautiful. Yosuke plays. They gotta put their money where their mouth is if they want to talk that talk. For now, I'm gonna need y'all to speed it up and walk that. You know, I have in-game chat too. Start it up. You clowns. No, you clownish figures. Jeez. Here we go.
Do I even want to commentate this?
Man.
My mood is shattered because of what has happened now. What is going on, man? I gotta commentate this. Alright, yeah.
Sure.
Just get that, Shimirs. Let's go. Alright, yeah. Alright. Round one. Gets the Zeodyne, gets the overhead, gonna be getting insults, and gonna get some good damage too. Whoa.
I'm loving the enthusiasm on this commentary.
Great, isn't it?
To be quite honest, I think I would be matching it.
And why aren't you?
Well, thing is, I'm still kind of speechless at these circumstances, but I'll tell you one thing that doesn't make me speechless. Adachi Yosuke gameplay. Yes. Counter hit air to air.
It's just flips. It's just flips and dips and chips, and I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I am losing my brain cells over this.
Yeah, because I mean, it can't be chips. I kind of like chips.
I'm sorry, Ryogi, but yeah, we're not gonna have a brain at the end of this.
All right. good confirmed here for sure. Zul 5 bars on Jack. Didn't cash it into supers.
He did the assist call just pretty much a frame too early, and then he wasn't able to do cross combo because of it. He could have killed if he did. But still gets him put in the sandwich situation. That's not going to hit. That's going to hit though. And for a second, I actually forgot who was who.
Understandable. So one thing, Scherzo always plays default colors. So
good. Someone else who understands. You know, I'm gonna be rooting for Scherzo because he's not somebody who would bitch to me about colors.
Oh, there it is. Also SoCal. So it's no way. If we have to root for anyone here, he's not a bad option.
Is Scherzo from SoCal?
I think so. Either way.
Can I just say one thing? Ichideku, why did you give one of the Yosuke players a gift sub?
Oh man. Oh man. Yo, we are definitely starting World War 3.
What is happening? Are you kidding me? We're having an outside force funding the Yosuke movement.
I can't believe this.
This is insanity.
Oh my gosh. World War 3 being contained within WNF BBTAG local, the Allied powers. This is nuts. Shots being fired all around, subs being gifted all around. Oh my gosh.
More of this, seriously.
It's so hard to. This is the Yosuke brain rot, dude. It affects more aspects of just the gameplay. It affects the entire vibe, the commentary, the mood, other outside influences. The wake up super they hit for like what seemed to be no reason, but vacuum effectively in there. The Garudine on the moonsault response from Rocks to counter the moonsault. It's just. I don't know. Nice, that was sick.
It's pretty good. That was pretty good. For once, I'm not gonna lie.
Like the lockdown, Scherzo.
This should kill.
I'd say so.
I know Yosuke damage is a meme, but yeah, that should kill. I know it does literally more than one.
Get it now?
True.
That's what it means to be
True.
second rate.
Definitely only needed just a sliver in order to make that happen. And Rox is firing back, getting their game on the board now. So, a first to two situation. Will it be a reset or a tournament win for Rox?
The second one in a row.
True.
Get ready. Get ready.
Oh man.
I'm just sitting here with like the most defeated expression on my face.
Dude, it's hard for me too.
Like if you had a camera on me right now, it'd be like that Daigo image where he's laying in the chair with the Cheez-Its. Just that's me. That's me right now. Except I don't have Cheez-Its, so I'm just sad.
Oh man. And I mean Cheez-Its are pretty good, so I don't feel that pain.
I can't believe Canada is funding the Yosuke movement. This is ridiculous.
I'm telling you, dude, World War III is starting because of this bracket. All of the pieces that need to be put to the puzzle to make this happen. And it's World War III. Oh my god.
Look, at the end of the day, I don't care because all in all, this is E30 getting a W.
True!
So big thank you to Itsudeku for supporting the stream. Meanwhile, back to the match, Scherzo almost losing Yosuke, fortunately a DP coming in clutch and able to get Yosuke out of there. Unfortunately, that super did not pay off as well as the DP did, so they'll be taking some damage. Some good damage, actually.
You can do better than that.
Yeah, this is like chaos both ways. I mean, Rock barely like dropped that combo against killing the Yosuke early there, but gonna be making sense of it. But it's not a kill on Adachi because the Yosuke super does no damage.
Here you go.
Oh boy. Where are we going with this one? Cross combo activation. Yeah, Rock's navigating it pretty well, but no combo conversion. Just raw Magatsu Mandala, no punish.
I mean, hey, if you don't get punished for it, I guess it works.
Yeah.
There's the Adachi going down. Gets the low. No full conversion off of it, though. But gonna probably punish this? Not quite.
Oh, man. Yo, the cat and mouse game. Rock's forcing Scherzo to chase. Oh, that looks like curtains. No! No confirm from Rox!
Ballsy just doing an EX run after getting out of that sandwich situation. But still not really fully paying off. So Rock's going to be taking second one on the board, going to be putting it 2-1. Tournament point for Rox.
Oh, man. Rox, FGC, on the verge of taking their second straight WNF. You know, just had to put them.
Like, I should be happy for Rox. I should be happy that Rox is almost gonna be getting a 2P. Back to back. I'm not happy.
It's the circumstances, you know, context definitely matters, you know, without context, you know, 3 hours ago, if you told me this timeline, you know, with no context, you know, Rox would be on the verge of getting their second WNF win. I'd be like, nice. In this context, it's rough, man. It's rough.
If you told me this is what grand finals would have been, I would have been to.
Okay. Oh,
after one of them, but it looks like Rox is definitely looking to shape up to win this. I mean, pretty much almost full health on both characters, good resources, getting into a 1v2 situation. It's over.
Oh,
it's actually over.
Bars. Yes. Woohoo! Drop him down. Pass. Slash. Oh man, Rox winning Wednesday Night Fights episode 4 and comes out victorious in the Adachi Yosuke mirror, and he's done it. He's done it. He's won 2 back-to-back PS4 WNFs. He is looking to be a strong contender in these PS4 WNFs for 2021, but not claimed by West Coast, which is crazy. I don't know how he has the legality of being able to enter these tournaments. But great stuff on the win regardless.
None of you people are from SoCal.
That's the biggest issue. That is the biggest issue. Honestly,
I wouldn't be having an objection to this if anybody who was in this participating in the in Rosuke stuff was from SoCal, but they're not from SoCal.
Yes, that is honestly
they're not even West Coast.
Yes. Look, we'll figure this out at a later date. Just, you know, bless up. The WNF is over here, rounding up top 3. Rox getting the first place, second place go to Scherzo, and Guzman with the third place. Fantastic job to all 3 of you. Like, that top 3, based off of the bracket that we had here, definitely made for quite the ride, to say so in itself. I mean, 15 of you all joining this bracket. Definitely appreciate you all for joining, and yeah, keep it up. We would love to see you all return. PS4 WNF will be in exactly 2 weeks from now, but in exactly 1 week from now, Parsec WNF is happening. And that has been definitely popping off lately. You know, last week we had 10 entrants. So yeah, check it out if you haven't, man. If you're playing in this tournament and you haven't tried Parsec before, just hit us up. like literally like any one of us that are on commentary here now or even writing, and we can help you out navigating the land of Parsec and see if that could be a suitable option for you. It definitely is for me. I have been addicted to Parsec and PC Tag since I have tried it, and I have not been on PS4 Tag in quite a minute. So definitely see if that can be something in store for the future for you. But just thank you all for watching and supporting. Using the Match Arena code, we'll go into the full shill. And yeah, it's been a beautiful thing, playing BB Tag. Not to get too super sentimental here, but I do feel like I do need to say that I do appreciate everyone's support. It's almost been like a year of commentating now, and it's definitely been some nice support coming from all of you guys that have been opening up some doors for me, I would say so, and like really allowed me to put my full personality on display. And I just appreciate everyone that has been able to enable that. So much love to everybody.
Absolutely. And I just want to say also another thing. For the Parsec stuff, you don't need a copy of BB Tag. That's one thing that people have a misconception about. You don't need a copy of BB Tag on your computer in order to participate in the Parsec, weeklies. It's just Parsec. That's all you need. So and like Akin said, if you need help with that, just reach out to any of us, including Raiden as well. I mean, you've seen him talking in the chat, I'm sure. So yeah, just hit him up. He's on Twitter as well, and we'll definitely be happy to assist in any way possible to get you to enjoy the wonders of BB Tag Parsec. But of course, we've reached the end of the bracket, so naturally, I have to do thank yous to everybody. It's what I do as the TO, and so let's get to it. So, of course, thank you to the players as much shit as I've given. You know who you are. I still appreciate all of you joining into these. There's been some very good players showing up to these brackets, and some good newcomers as well, and you've all been making these brackets a treat to watch to varying degrees. And big love to the viewers, except for a select few. Also, who you are, and just really enjoy the fact that you're able to come join us during these Wednesday evenings to appreciate some good, to a certain degree, BB Tag matches that we have to present for you all. So thank you all for tuning in as well. Big thank you to Kite and Books for supporting the Match Reno and having their works be put in the marketplace. A portion of the purchases going towards that bracket pot. Big thank you to Red E30 for streaming these every weekend. Every week. Now I'm doing it too. It is Sunday, isn't it? Big thank you to Red E30 for streaming all of this every week. Much love to him, and for Atkins as well for being on the mic with me. And you really help. You really help. Put me through these difficult moments, let me tell you.
You help me too, man. We need each other in times like these.
I need a drink. I'll save that for afterwards. But also, thank you very. Hold on.
Okay.
One more. Thank you very much, of course, to Level Up Productions for having Wednesday Night Fights Online Edition be a way for us to experience the magic of locals when in-person locals unfortunately can't really be a thing in these times. E30, I leave it to you. I'm done with
All right. Thank you everybody for tuning in. This has been WNF Online Edition 2021, episode 4. Thank you, Cheap. Thank you, Atkins, as always, for TOing and commentating. It's always a pleasure every Wednesday. I won't go into the full show because I'm also dealing with some brain rot. But yeah. I would say all good things must come to an end, but I don't even know if this was a good thing. Thank you, E2 Deku, for pouring your wallet out too.
didn't have to, but it's greatly appreciated nonetheless.
Greatly
Definitely.
appreciated. Anyway, thanks again, everybody. Stay safe, stay beautiful, drink your water, tell your friends and family you love them, but most importantly, shout outs to Bird.
Shout out to Bird
Shout out
Gang,
to Bird
I
Gang.
think.
Yeah.
I don't know anymore.
Have a good night, everyone. Peace. Man, thank fuck that's over.
Were you gonna do a bit?